This is a HeadGum podcast.
Well, happy summer vacation, one and all.
Chris, I told you to, when you're doing my back, don't circle it. You got to go down. You know.
Look, do you want me to do it or?
I'd like you to do it right.
Can you stop kicking sand as well?
Look, I have to get my jollies somehow.
Can you?
So kicking sand at you is the only way I got. Okay, buddy.
Can you? We're in a sandbox in the Bronx right now.
Oh, dude,
that's exactly right. It really smells like pee.
Mm-hmm.
Orchard Beach, steer clear.
Absolutely, dude. My feet got all sorts of holes in them now.
But I started to feel really good after I stepped on that one thing.
Totally. Plus, we're getting all that fucking fried food that's out there. Gotta love that. No, of course, welcome to one of our summer vacation episodes. That's right. Even We Hate Movies needs a fucking break every once in a while.
But, a lot of people are not, hip to this program we also do called The Nexus, which is on Patreon, patreon.com/We Hate Movies. And this is one of our movie episodes on there for The Wrath of Khan. We've done a few of these now. I think last year we did a 3-hour episode on Star Trek 2009. We've done First Contact.
Yes, on a monthly basis, what we're doing is an episode of the original series and The Next Generation. And
that's right.
If you sign up on patreon.com, there's a brand new episode right now on coming out this month on we just did a fun episode on The Bonding and a very racist episode of the original series.
Yeah, the Omega Glory episode. Yeah,
that's right. But this is us on the Nexus talking about one of the fucking all-time great Star Trek movies, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, directed by Nicholas Meyer. Step into the Nexus with his loyal Patreon subscribers and welcome to a very special edition of the program. I'm Andrew Jupe, and alongside the whole gang, Christopher Cabin, Eric Siska, and Steven Sadak, we are here to talk about Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, from 1982, directed by Nicholas Meyer. And of course, this is part of the We Love Movies month here, December 2018.
We recently did Space Seed on the program, so this just seemed like a natural thing to do to just jump
fits
on
right
in.
Talking about the best Star Trek movie ever made.
Yeah, and as true Nexus form, we're going to do First Contact right after this. It's going to be a 6-hour episode.
No. Nobody's got the stamina for that or the patience audience-wise.
I think the next time we end up doing a We Love Movie situation, I think that's a natural idea is to do First Contact on the Nexus.
The line must be drawn here. Jean-Luc blew up the damn ship. Oh, man, Alfred Woodard rules in that movie. I don't know, although Generations doesn't get enough credit. That movie is really good.
Really good.
I haven't gone back to Generations in a really long time.
That movie is really good.
I need to reinvestigate.
Could I interest you in William Shatner making an enormous omelet? Because
that's true.
In Generations.
It's a big omelet and then gets buried under a pile of rocks.
Dude, you know what?
That's a good way to go.
Like Uncle Buck size.
Oh man, William Shatner with a fucking giant shovel flipping an egg. It's a dinosaur egg. Would you like some?
Hey Britt, you want an egg?
Man, that's another movie I'm overdue for a rewatch is Uncle Buck, man.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
A quick story about Nicholas Meyer, by the way. One, if you can read the book that he wrote about his whole experience making this movie. It's fucking awesome, including, shock of all shocks, by the way, Shatner being a fucking piece of shit.
Really?
You don't say. My Billy boy?
Just, insofar as like, just difficulties, him and Takei feuding and all that shit.
Well, I won't sit next to him.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of that. I'm looking up. I just want
What's Bill eating? Because I'm not eating that.
You weren't even supposed to be here.
The book is called The View from the Bridge, Memories of Star Trek and a Life in Hollywood. He also talks about like other movies he's directed.
Well, you kind of have to.
But he also did Star Trek 60, Undiscovered Country.
Which is like probably my second favorite Star Trek movie.
It's a great movie. Totally underrated, probably.
Yeah.
Though,
I love that movie
would
too.
say.
I actually, this is last night was my second time watching this movie all the way through.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
What happened the first couple times? Did you step on a mousetrap?
I should probably.
Now the pornography. I put it on, and the pornography is right there.
Oh, sure.
That happens.
You drift away.
Especially with Kirstie Alley and those Vulcan ears.
I should probably say this was the first time I've watched this all the way through.
Wow.
I've
You got
seen-
me beat.
I've seen it
Holy
all in
shit.
patchwork, like
Mhm.
from.
Also, like,
What?
I'm not shocked because any listener of this show knows that Chris Cabin is the outlier with Star Trek. He's not a fan, and that's okay.
So what
the
did you
new
think?
ones are really good.
Sure. What'd you think?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It
good
probably is my favorite of the Star Trek movies. Yeah, I would say that.
So just really quickly, so this Nicholas Meyer story, totally awesome. So ages ago, I played Wrath of Khan for a night, just as a fun, like, oh, it's a fucking whatever it was, like a Saturday night.
At a movie theater. We have to say this for the new listeners.
Oh, right. Yes. I during the day, I'm a film curator, and I was playing this at the Jacob Burns Film Center. And so we get an email. Someone says to me, like, oh, we got an email from something Meyer saying something about you're playing her son's movie.
You report that for fishing.
So I get this email forwarded to me, and it's Nicholas Meyer's mother. She lives
Wait,
in just
is she like-
First of all, she
wait,
lives, question
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah.
She's 700 years old.
I think she's like in her 80s. I mean,
Genesis device.
this was like 5 years ago. I mean, maybe she's passed away.
make fun of my Nikki?
Mr. Meyer, your mother's on line one. Oh, she never got over that affair with President Taft.
Oh yeah, she's like Mrs. Burns.
It's kind of. All right, I'm sorry.
No, so it's. I mean, it's not really much of a story, but so she says, I saw that you're playing my son's movie, and she like lived in the area, and she
Cease
said,
and desist.
she said, he's a big fan of your theater, and
Oh,
sometimes he goes when he comes and visits me. Do you want me to let him know that you're playing the movie? And I was like, whatever. Yeah, it's a public screening. Doesn't matter.
Fucker's got to buy a ticket though.
Yeah, totally. No
Free
comms
country,
for you,
lady.
you
Talk
fucking
to you later.
cheapskate. Yeah, this lady was fishing for free tickets. I think that's what that was.
Yeah.
So she tells him, this motherfucker buys himself a plane ticket from L.A. He
What?
flies to New York, does a Q&A.
Really?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
no,
amazing.
he didn't ask for like a,
Yeah.
per diem or anything like that. He
Well,
was
yeah.
like, oh, cool. I love that area. I love that theater. I would love to come talk about my movie. And
That's amazing.
It fucking sucked ass, dude, because
Whoops.
I had to miss it.
Oh, what?
I
Did
was
you step on a mousetrap?
I did. I kept stepping on rakes like Sideshow Bob. No, but I was traveling, whatever it was. I couldn't make it, but he was apparently like so rad. He was the nicest dude. Stayed around for ages because, of course, you got those fucking nerds coming up.
Oh, dude, those
yeah.
nerds will descend.
And
A wizard did it.
He suffered every single nerd, and he
That's
stuck around.
amazing.
Yeah, it was great. So I have nothing but goodwill for Nicholas
He's a
Meyer.
definitely underrated director. Even Time After Time is pretty
I
solid.
need to see that.
Yeah, that's
It's a fun little movie.
H.G. Wells versus not Dracula. I almost said
Jack the
Dracula.
Ripper.
Jack
Jack the
the Ripper.
Ripper.
That's right. He's like a grounded, realistic Dracula.
Malcolm McDowell and who?
Some dude.
So the show
Was
went
it
off
like Christopher Reeve?
No, it's
no.
Malcolm McDowell and somebody else.
Mary Steenburgen.
probably Michael York, I think.
Michael York, maybe.
Oh, Michael York. That might be.
So the
anyway, sorry.
show-
What were you saying?
The show Star Trek went off the air.
As it did.
And about 10 years later, they're like, hey, or 12 years later, was it 78 the first movie? 79? The motion picture?
79 sounds
Yeah.
right.
79.
79 motion picture comes out. It does well, but everybody kind of hates it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was over budget, so they didn't make a lot of money. Like, et cetera, et cetera. They're like, hey, Roddenberry, fuck you. We want a movie that's a movie as opposed to like, and also for the record, I really like the motion picture.
I think it's underrated. I think the visuals are really cool.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of a victim of like, I watched it first on VHS and it's like,
Yeah.
you
No,
might
it's
as
a
well be
Blu-ray.
watching a static television.
But also, I mean,
But Blu-ray looks incredible.
it's very much not the television show.
yes.
And it's very much, it's 11 years after 2001, but like you kind of have a sequence that's similar. I think it's actually a really good movie. I see a lot of people that are like, yeah, how about an episode on Star Trek? Nope, not
It's
going to do
really
it.
good. Yeah. I mean,
The
it's
sore spot, of course, is that there's a fucking child rapist as a main character.
Yeah, that's
that dude should fucking burn
No,
for
but
all eternity.
Man, a treasure chest of fucking material, isn't it?
so Roddenberry goes away. They're like, hey, what if we made the movie fun? And they're like, oh, fun.
That sounds.
What about a
interesting.
villain that's not like, I don't know, like a misunderstanding of the Voyager?
Yeah, totally. A classic spelling error.
I love that though. What a great
Oh,
twist.
feature, buddy.
It's so rad.
It's
I mean, you don't see it coming. I remember the first time I watched it. Well, I will say, first time I tried to watch Star Trek: The Motion Picture, I was a little kid, and I was like, "This is boring," and I fell asleep like immediately.
Sure.
I was freaked out by the dude getting fucked up in the transporter. That's always great. What came back wasn't human, or whatever that line is. So awesome. But other than that, I was like, why are they all wearing like fucking tan cult costumes? Like, I didn't get it.
The uniforms were not as good.
It's bad. Yeah. I feel like it's probably Roddenberry getting into his like utopian whatever the fuck beliefs that he had.
Side note, in Time After Time, it was David Warner.
Now we're talking.
He went on to play Chancellor Gorkin in Undiscovered Country.
That's
also
right.
by
Did you
Meyer.
just say Sebastian Gorka?
Yes. He went on to be Sebastian Gorka in the Trump administration.
This is my greatest role, a complete asshole.
You're welcome.
So whatever. So that this is what Wrath of Khan is. It's we're kind of going back. We're going back to our roots, right? Like it's a space adventure.
Yeah.
Better uniforms.
Better uniforms.
Also, side note, this Picard show that's may or may not be happening, probably happening.
It's in the writing stages as we record this.
Needs new uniforms.
Yes.
You know, you move from, because I don't think they ever did that for TNG. For the movies, they kept the same uniforms.
But Eric, why would a private investigator wear a uniform?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Picard PI?
Yes. Just he's got a little office in San Francisco.
But Eric, why would this super fun schoolmaster at a haunted private school need a uniform?
Yes. Yes.
Star Trek always needed a good haunting, dude.
But Eric, why would a beleaguered marriage counselor need a uniform?
Yes.
But Eric, why would a retired, recovering alcoholic baseball pitcher who now owns a Starfleet bar need a uniform? Now
Well,
it's just
you need
cheers
one-
with Picard.
No, you need one on the wall though.
Oh, that's
To remember the old days.
No, for the movies, they gave them those like weird, and maybe this isn't in Generations, but they introduced it in First Contact. I don't remember
The inverse guys.
the gray shoulder pad situation.
Oh, yeah.
that's in. I think that's in First
Don't
Contact.
they wear like, it's like an off purple?
Maybe
that-
like
a little bit
it's
at
like
the
a
top.
grayish purple,
and they
Yeah.
also invert it where it's like you're not main red. Red is on your shoulders. You're mostly black because it's a bit slimming.
That's true. I guess they did. I guess I was wrong, but they just weren't good.
See, I'm looking at a frame grab now, and it's like that purplish thing that Eric's talking about. It's still black.
yeah.
Everything's black, and then like they have like a turtleneck collar part that has their rank collar in it.
I'm less excited about these uniforms. I did like them more this
Really?
time
Oh,
around.
the red ones, you mean?
The
fuck,
con
I love-
uniforms.
I love that.
They're
I
very,
think they're great.
they look really cozy. I feel like it would be hard to stay awake. It's like all velvet. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, it's like really
It
cozy.
looks like you live on the moors.
Well, the jacket
Yeah.
component, like when Kirk beams down to the science station in this movie, it's that big fucking thick wool collar.
I want
I
that
love
jacket.
that.
Holy shit,
No, but
dude.
but to Chris's point, it's like he's walking around. It's like foggy inside the
Well,
entire
it
ship.
looks more naval
Yes.
than what the TOS uniforms were, and you could not bring that to the big screen.
No.
Those fucking little shirts.
I mean,
they
no,
look like you're on a fucking company softball team with those
Exactly.
things.
I liked the Abrams update of those. Those were really fun.
That's
and
true.
They
I
look,
did
they
like
look
those.
good,
I did.
because it was
Yeah.
very close to the original. But
But
like
a
they,
doughy William Shatner in that would look like
Nah.
shit. So you need that big maroon coat.
Can-
Yes, Chris?
Can I ask what part of the new wardrobe for Kirk? Which part is the one that gives him the discount for coffee?
I think all of it, dude. It's fucking.
Is it the big sash or?
Well, dude, Shatner does. Kirk in these movies, he's not paying for anything. Dude, he's
support the
fucking
troops,
Captain
dude.
Kirk.
He walks right into a Starbucks because it's in outer space. That's what they call it. That's what they call it. And he's just like, support the troops.
He goes to Starbucks, which is on a star.
Yes, exactly.
Dark Starbucks. Yeah, no, somebody says thank you for your service and he gets a fucking free cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Space
also,
coffee.
Wait, money doesn't exist anymore, right? Or does it exist in TOS?
I think we still have money until TNG.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
Or maybe it's like a bartering system.
I will
He's
say-
trading things.
Right.
well, that's what Bones is up to. We'll get into that.
That's true.
Whatever he's trading. But one thing I was thinking about when I was reading about Batman '89, which we just did on the main feed there, it's like there's always that story about, oh my God, Adam West was so upset that he wasn't asked back. And in my entire life until last night, I was like, oh, that's such what an idiot. Why would he ever expect to be asked back? But like,
No.
it's the same situation as Star Trek though. Like if you're Adam West in like the mid '70s, early '80s when they're pitching and shopping Batman around, you're like,
sure.
You're looking at your buddy Will Shatner, which is the same story. It's like a '60s show that was huge,
Right.
that went away, that like lived on in reruns, was super popular. You're like, well, I could still do that. Like,
But
you know
in
what I mean?
1989, though?
Not 89, but like 81, 82. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there could have been a
guess so.
weird Batman the motion picture, which would have been terrible.
Yeah.
with all the original cast.
Right. Well,
Whoever's alive.
that movie that they made kind of sucks.
I love that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I
The
don't-
one,
I don't
where
give a
Adam
shit.
West is carrying around the giant bomb.
Yes, it's one of my favorite movies.
So, really?
It's
It's fun.
Top 50.
It's
We
fun.
all just laughed at it.
Above or below X2?
Oh, it's
below
below.
X2.
It's
Okay.
well below it.
It's a
has.
campy, fun classic.
I just
Okay.
don't like
I've
that.
got no
like
problem with it.
now we're all in this warehouse.
Yeah.
Like the Penguin, the Riddler, the Jet. They're all fucking here.
It's
They
amazing.
almost got him.
They did almost got him.
So we start. Do we start with the Kobayashi Maru? Is that how?
Yeah.
We do after a fucking killer, and this is the same thing. Speaking of Batman '89, killer few moments of just an overture.
Yes.
You get it in '89 with the Danny Elfman song is playing, and the signal. The camera's like going around the insignia a little bit. This is like just an info, just a little shot of like the stars, and the fucking songs.
It's
playing.
a real find your seats beginning. It's like
Absolutely.
everybody ready? Everybody ready?
Because then it just goes right into the credits. It's just boom, fucking Star Trek Wrath of Khan.
But the credits, I mean, like, there's too much ranking in the credits. It's starring William Shatner, obviously.
Well, of course.
Starring Leonard Nimoy.
We're listing roles too, which I
Well-
don't like.
as whomever, and then it's like there's co-stars, also stars, and then go through the whole thing,
Mhm.
and then at the end it's starring, which is weird because we were done with starring.
right.
The
We were definitely
stars,
done
the
with starring.
stars are out tonight.
I think Shatner had a whole cast system set up in his contract.
Well, the
ready to
most
go.
shocking part about it, though, is it's Shatner, Nimoy, which, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking third is Doohan.
No, DeForest Kelly's got to be third.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, DeForest
Yeah.
Kelly. But then Doohan is fourth, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wedge Montalban right in there.
No, it's and starring Montalban.
You either get an and or you're just with the rest of the starrings up front. What a
It's-
stupid
I
thing.
mean, but the other thing is like, why even use the word co-star? Because that's like a fucking Shatner
Yeah.
thing. It's like, well, they're co-stars, aren't they? Doohan's not on my level, is he?
I'm a star, and then they all co-star with each other.
Co-star is like third build on a sitcom. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
right,
I don't-
yeah,
or
totally.
less than that even.
And I think he always calls them co-stars. Like Jimmy Doohan, he doesn't call him Jimmy or hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Doohan or
Yeah.
whatever. It's co-star.
It's co-star number 4. Yeah, that's right. You're now named after the call sheet.
Oh my God.
Hey, co-star, why don't you stop blowing your line?
I heard it was your birthday yesterday, co-star. Congratulations.
Number 5, I saw that smirk. Go get me some Starbucks.
So like Steve said, this is the Kobayashi Maru.
Mhm.
And it's like, we don't understand what's going on. It's Kirstie Alley. She's a Vulcan. She's a half Vulcan. And she's in the captain's chair, but then you got Spock, you got Uhura, you got Sulu.
Yes.
Why are all these people helping out with the school exercise?
I have no. It doesn't make any. Like, it makes sense that Spock, he's a teacher, or whatever. It's like Professor Spock, which is a show. I mean, he's dead now, R.I.P. But
Professor
that's a show.
Spock would have been a great show.
That would have been fucking sick.
But he's now the captain of
The Enterprise.
Yeah,
Right.
so maybe he just I don't know.
Oh, it's
called in a bunch of favors, get his old. I need to know that these kids are all right. So I need all the most experienced people.
It's his prize pupil who's up, right? So that would make sense to me.
Savick.
Yeah,
And the other thing
Savick.
is okay, all right.
Kirstie Alley.
Well, okay, I'll definitely come along. Training is very important. I remember when Commander Pike did my training. I will pass this on. Wait, I have to explode?
Yeah, totally.
Hold on.
This is a little
What is with the
weird.
firecrackers under my chairs?
And the acting of being exploded and laying on the ground, I don't understand that.
Also,
I've been tagged. I'm dead.
Like, also, fucking
Play-
Bones is in there. Why
Yeah,
is
why is
Bones
Bones in-
there?
yeah.
It's all fake.
Well,
It's all
they're-
fake
listen.
injuries.
All these people
If
have a
you-
heart attack and die anyway.
If you
These old
command the
fucks.
Enterprise, you might have to deal with a drunk doctor.
Oh, so he's just
That's
there
just-
so you get the feel for what it's actually going to be like. Like, all right,
Yes,
Savick, now listen.
yes.
This is the test. It's an unwinnable scenario. Also, this fucking old codger is just going to be distracting you the whole time. You need to practice ignoring this man. You know, Savick, another thing I like talking about is mint juleps. You ever have a mint julep, Savick?
The Klingons are on the board. This is just shut up, old man.
Now, another thing I want to mention about horse racing.
You ever hear the band 311? It's all mixed up. Don't know what to do.
Oh,
You know
oh,
what,
God.
Savick? I think that amber is the color of your energy.
All right, eject that old man. Fire him at the Klingons.
Airlock?
I wish.
That'd be like the one way to beat the Kobayashi Maru.
Firing crew members at them.
They have no honor. Back.
Yeah, they would retreat.
Yes,
they would
absolutely.
respect your fear,
Yep.
furiosity.
Kirk season just a respect.
Oh, dude, this first. So, it's like, we're doing the Kobayashi Maru. It's an unwinnable exercise. I think the idea is like Klingons are on their way, but they're in the neutral zone. They can't retreat. They should go forward. There's people they need to beam off.
Yeah.
Shit goes wrong. Everybody starts blowing up, and it goes wrong. This first shot of Shatner was fucking storyboarded by William Shatner.
I love it.
I love it. I think it's so
I
awesome.
think it's amazing.
I've loved this shot since before I knew that it was okay to love shots.
yeah.
Just watching this as a little kid, I'm like, that's fucking
the
cool.
I mean, it's cool. It's
floodlights behind him. And
Yep.
it just the ship opens up and just God steps on the stage.
But boy, oh boy, I will tell you what, though, I noticed it this time and this time alone. Dude, when he's in silhouette and
Yeah.
the floodlights are behind him still and shit, you can see right through this fucking puffy hair that he's got going on. It's like, oh, HD.
there
Ooh.
are so many wigs in this movie.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
nothing
I-
but wigs.
We're going to talk about my favorite wig in a minute. But yeah, the shot of Shatner and he comes on and then he has that great line. He's like, lights. And then boom, you realize you're on this like little play set, basically. What an odd thing. Like, I guess, all
dislocated
things.
my shoulder during that huge explosion.
Yeah, is there workers' comp here? Look at this. I scratched my arm. That's definitely going to scar.
Oh yeah, let me just rub my tricorder on there for you. Good as new.
It's crazy. Like, Bones immediately starts shit talking him while laying in his fucking like death position. To which, and then he says to Spock here too. This is weird. He's like, "Aren't you dead?"
Yes.
Which is
That
like,
was
ooh.
great foreshadowing.
Totally.
Well, what I read about that was that, Spock dies in this movie. Spoiler alert, by the way. They and it leaked, and most people thought there's an urban legend that Gene Roddenberry was leaking stuff from this movie because he was so pissed that he was removed from it,
Oh, really?
and he wasn't happy about Spock dying. Whatever. So
I'll show them.
it leaks how things leak, which I guess is like literally going to a fan convention and saying it. So like there's a writing campaign, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Spock dies in this movie." So this scene is almost like a fake out, kind of like, "Oh, you misunderstood it. Spock didn't die."
Interesting. So I guess that makes
Wow.
sense. That that's why you need the rest of them to kind of like butter up this ruse a little bit, polish it a little.
So the J.J. Abrams tried to do that, but he did it terrible.
Jeez, I like that movie, but it's just like, what are we doing?
You could have just told me up front, not like fake me out in the press for 5 months.
Totally.
It's not Khan. It's not Khan. Wait, he's Khan?
And then I'm just like, what?
That's not even a fake out. You were just badly lying.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, like, so that was the thing. And like, but there's also this thing where like the earlier drafts of this script had Spock dying in like the first couple of scenes. And they called it akin to Janet Leigh dying in Psycho. So now I'm just imagining, that was a good Kobayashi Maru. Let's hit the showers.
Yeah, you go on ahead. I'm going to jerk off in the other room where I've got a peephole.
Oh, son of a bitch, I stole $45,000 from Starfleet. Better get in this car and keep... What's that noise?
Oh, it's nothing.
Who said that?
No one.
This cheap Starfleet motel.
You just get a shot of Khan going up to an eye hole.
That is right, Mr. Spock. I am dressed as my mother.
He's got the fucking wig for it,
Oh,
man.
dude, I don't
Oh,
know
Lord.
what the fuck this thing he's wearing is.
Dude, he looks like Pat Benatar.
We are young.
You know, love is a battlefield, as is space.
Pat Benatar's sex nemesis, maybe.
Hold
Oh,
on, what
you
is
see
this
you
sex
see that, you
nemesis?
see that fucking old man over there? That guy's my sex nemesis.
This is a world I want to explore. I want to know more about.
I agree.
A Star Trek Sex Nemesis would have been a better movie than Star Trek Nemesis.
It would almost have to be.
Did we do a commentary track for that?
We did,
movie?
yeah.
We did.
Way back when.
I think that's back on way over on cdbaby.com.
Yeah,
somewhere.
wow.
Yeah.
The old days.
Just a plug.
Still there, I think.
I think so. It's
So
out there.
what's her name? So like, it's actually Kirk's birthday, FYI.
Love it.
And Spock gives him A Tale of Two Cities. Here's a DVD copy of Garfield 2, A Tale of Two Kitties, a classic.
He has the line. He's like, I know how your fondness for antiques.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's nothing wrong with reading.
You know, Spock, when I asked for Dickens, I was expecting something a little bit more racy.
It's Sex Nemesis style.
So then we get one of the coolest scenes in all of Star Trek, and it's only because of the location. James T. Kirk's awesome apartment.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
Lord, I love this.
Dude, you can smell the bad cologne and fucking mahogany floors from a mile away.
I got to tell you, this reminded me so much of Frasier's apartment in Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I buy that.
Yeah.
He's got a sick view too.
Yeah, the view. There's a lounge chair that's
Yeah.
similar.
Oh, my dad sits there. My crotchety old dad.
Oh, here comes my crotchety old dad's crotchety old space dog.
Well, are it's weaponry on the walls,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, so that's the difference.
That is, it's not.
Niles, get away from my wall of guns.
There's an amazing feature wall that's like curved and it has a fireplace in it.
Yeah,
And I
dude.
want to build this now.
It
I
looks
want this.
pretty cool.
Now,
It's amazing.
Fraser, Maris would like to borrow your mace for a little bit.
I love that it's all like old revolvers. It looks like he robbed the prop department from Barry Lyndon. All these fucking old dueling guns.
Kelsey Grammer plays a Star Trek captain in one of these movies.
no, I think
No, he's on
in
Next Generation.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he briefly plays the captain of the Enterprise C.
Is he? Wait,
Maybe.
Is he in? He's in. I feel like he's in something too, like Generations with Christian Slater or some shit. Anyway, I'm probably way off, but I definitely seen that motherfucker in a uniform, and I thought it was one of these red coats.
No, it
It
is. No,
is.
that's the
Oh.
way they play it. It's like, oh, it's like
Ah.
a Lost in Time.
Yes.
Thing.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Did we cover that on the show?
No, that's. I mean, that's
No,
like
no.
we'll do that in fucking 2090.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that once we are living in Star Trek.
If we keep taking breaks for movies, we're never gonna get there.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
true.
No one cares.
Nobody cares.
No. Actually, some people vocally care a lot.
So in any event, Bones shows up for his birthday. He's got him some Romulan ale.
Oh, you better
Yeah.
believe
Oh,
it.
With the best detail ever, that he's just, oh yeah, I know some drug runners that take this across the neutral zone. So he's in with a ship that is smuggling this illegal alcohol.
Well, I'm sorry, Bones. I'm gonna have to place you under arrest.
Yeah, I play by the book.
Well, Kirk, I couldn't get you to spice melange, but I tried. So here's some Romulan ale.
You'll fry for this one.
I got some Romulan ale and some Klingon uppers. What do you want, Jim boy? I'm a walking pharmacy.
You know, you grow a second backbone if you take those Klingon pills.
Jim boy, I just got in a shipment of some sticky, icky Vulcan marijuana.
But I mean, I feel like the way that Romulan ale is treated, it's got to make you hallucinate, right? Like,
Yeah,
It's-
has to.
It's
Well,
like
'cause
alcohol
it's serious
times
shit.
5.
Yeah.
Right.
Bones definitely says something about it. Now, only use it for medicinal purposes.
You know what I think it is? I think it's like absinthe.
yeah,
I think it's
Yeah.
except for if all of the legends were true.
Right.
yeah. Absolutely does not make you
No.
does not make you hallucinate.
No,
it
no,
makes
it's-
you really drunk.
The
Yeah,
like
that's-
the spoiled absinthe invented in the 1500s made you fucking hallucinate. Fermented in a corpse.
Yes. Unless you get the bottle with the fungus in it, then
Hey, Jim boy, this hit you yet or what?
wait, is it him or is it Kirk who brings up? Oh, I was hoping for aphrodisiacs.
Oh yeah, I don't. So I think it's Kirk who says the word aphrodisiac, and it makes my skin crawl a lot.
one of them was looking for it. I don't know.
Yeah, if there's one person in all of Starfleet who shouldn't be playing around with that stuff.
Oh, all right. Let me cancel my prostitute if I'm hanging out with you. No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to cancel
Well,
the service. I don't want to pay for it.
When a sex nemesis shows up, you can't drop everything.
He's got the apartment of a sex nemesis.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it does.
Think about the sex going on in this place.
Oh my god, dude, all sorts of stuff. Probably.
Did you guys see that little desk with the little computer over there?
Yeah, he's got a Commodore actually. It's
Oh,
like,
really?
It's like because he collects antiques. So the
Oh,
idea
right.
is like he would.
Wow, that is just sad.
I like
You
to
know-
play. I love to play Pong. Hey man, this is pretty cool. I've got the Nintendo Classic too. You want me to hook that up?
You know who Kirk's sex nemesis is?
Oh, who?
Rodney Dangerfield's love interest in Back to School.
Oh, what's her
yeah.
name? Sally.
Sally- oh, fuck, now you're- yeah.
Well,
She's been around forever.
Kirkland?
Kirkland Light.
What?
That's the name of a cheap generic beer.
Oh my god,
From,
I've
like,
never even fucking heard of it.
Yeah,
Costco brand beer.
Oh, dude, you cannot. Sally Kellerman is that?
There
what
we
it is?
go.
Yes, thank you.
So we're talking about like getting older and like blah blah blah. Like and like basically
Right.
Bones is like what you need, man, before you get too old riding the desk. Is you need your own command. What you need to do is fire Spock. I know it sounds like I'm just being a racist, thinking that no Vulcan should command the Enterprise. It makes me want to throw up. No, Jim boy. What you need is your own command.
All I'm saying, Jim boy, is that you saw that Kobayashi Maru earlier this afternoon. He's grooming another one to take it over.
There's
What
not
he-
going to be any room for guys like you and me, Jim boy. That's all I'm saying. All going to be pointy-eared. No.
I'm just saying, if we continue to have an American captain, you might find yourself with more of this Romulan ale here. Just a thought.
I also
a
love
taste.
because this is a major motion picture.
Sure.
We can up the stakes in the language department because right here, DeForest Kelly is totally like instead of flying a goddamn computer console, and I'm like, they're saying fucking goddamn. Eating that horse shit, Jim boy. Like they should have really had him go all out.
Oh,
He
yeah.
still uses like 20th century profanity at all
Well,
times.
That's the only thing I can really be hoping for from this Tarantino script is that it's just them cursing.
Dude, but
constantly.
like if it's just them walking around fuckity fuck this and fucking someone's using the N-word because it's a Quentin Tarantino
Well, yeah, you
script.
have to. You really have to.
It's just gonna be one of the it's you know what it's gonna feel like? It's gonna feel like a fucking bad sketch.
I mean, we'll see what it is.
Yeah,
Here's-
it's
here's-
like an SNL idea.
Yeah, here's the SNL bit where they say fuck on Star Trek. Like I feel like that may have happened.
He threw you out a window for giving a foot massage.
Exactly.
That's what
It's the one-
Jim.
It's the one that says bad motherfucker on it.
Let me tell you what Like a Virgin's about, okay? It's all about this lady that likes a guy with a big dick. Dick. How many dicks was that?
Tell me that you're okay.
My name's Kirk, and I like to fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll
I'm
see.
cautiously
I mean,
optimistic.
I am slightly optimistic just because I like violence.
Here's
Well,
a letter
sure.
from Abraham Lincoln.
Right, Jesus.
In any event, we cut to the what is
Reliant.
this? The Reliant.
USS Reliant.
That we're talking to Regular One, which has got Carol Marcus on it. And
Yes. Now I got
David
some.
Marcus as well.
I got some beef though with this Reliant. This cut to the Reliant
Sure.
because we cut from Kirk's drunken stupor birthday party to the Reliant, where Chekhov is vocally giving a log.
Yeah.
When we also have perfectly capable Captain Paul Winfield.
I kind of
What the fuck?
I don't understand why Chekhov's just not a captain then. Do you know what I mean?
Because,
Like,
Yeah.
dude, because
Yeah.
he's a fucking Starfleet lifer, dude. He is the guy who's gonna work at the multiplex concession stand until he's fucking 55 years old.
well, also, like, at least
Popcorn
Chekhov.
Captain.
Sweep up other popcorn, Captain.
At least Chekhov had the fucking backbone to not be like, well, you could be on the Enterprise. You could pretend to blow up for Kirstie Alley. It's like,
You
yeah,
want to
no,
come play war games with us, Chekhov?
No.
They didn't call him, dude.
Oh no.
Spock
Yeah.
did not care for that guy.
Boy, am I so glad that little weirdo's over on the Reliant.
I never trusted that weasel.
Fucking season 2 edition. Who could care?
We've not gotten to Chekhov. This is Chekhov's actually inaugural appearance of the Nexus.
And I
Right.
gotta say, here's the
Right.
thing. I think this dude bald from birth. Walter Koenig, bald from birth.
A lot of babies are.
Point. Now, here's the thing, though. This wig that this motherfucker is wearing,
Yes.
dude, this guy looks like he's in the monkeys with this thing. It is so terrible.
It's silly.
This
It's-
floppy haircut, dude, this would not cut the mustard with fucking regulation, man.
Hey, with the Chekhovs.
People
we
say
check off
checking
around.
But
It's just
for
awful.
some reason, I've always got a little soft spot for Chekhov.
I like
He's
Chekhov.
a
I've
lovable-
never cared
I
about
don't
Tiny
know.
Diehard ever.
He's got the stench of a Fredo on him.
He's a lovable loser, you know?
Mhm.
Like when he's being arrested in part 4 for
God.
being in the submarine.
Oh no, I'm
Fantastic.
holding the bag, Captain.
I am Patsy.
It's just such bullshit though right here because you can tell it's like, well, you know, I was on the show. Well, he doesn't actually talk like that. He's not actually Russian.
Sure.
But you know, Walter Koenig,
Oh wait, that's a fake accent?
you know, in these negotiations, like, hey, can I fucking do a log?
Yeah.
Right? But he's like,
Hmm.
officer's lost. And I'm like, no, fucking Paul Winfield, man. Paul Winfield did Shakespeare. Let this guy give a captain's log for Christ's sakes.
And the Reliance job is they're looking out for dead planets
Yep.
for the Genesis device, which can terraform stuff. We'll get into that whole thing.
Sure.
So we find SETI Alpha 6. So it's odd that I don't remember anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go to
Yeah.
they go to SETI Alpha 6, and it's there's some life form, but they're not sure if it's real or a blip. So you know who should go? The captain and the first officer. Let's
Absolutely.
leave the ensigns out of it.
Yeah.
You know
Dude,
what I mean?
love
Like
it.
yeah.
Oh, just right into the like so much into the unknown. We need like spacesuits. It's not even like beamed down to like a
Yeah.
mostly fine. It's a class M, pretty much like Earth planet. This is like no, this fucking dead rock desert land.
Dude, you get a blip on that scanner. There might be some life there. Move on to the next one.
Exactly.
Just don't give a fuck. Let's keep trucking.
But it's bullshit, dude. This is some like Starfleet laziness here. It's kind of funny because they're like, I don't know, maybe just something got caught in the device that listen, can we just like turn it off and turn it back on again? Can we scan it again? I don't want to look for another planet.
Chekhov, stop trying to make SETI Alpha 5 happen. Okay.
Yeah.
How about Mars, motherfucker?
Exactly.
Who
Oh, we
gives a
dude,
shit?
in the 23rd century, I guarantee you we've colonized that
Do you
shit.
think so?
Of course.
Has it been shown in Star Trek?
I don't know.
No, I've never
actually.
heard of
I don't
Mars.
think so.
I think Mars is just so sort of like old hat. They
It's
never wanted
too-
to say the
it's
word
too
Mars.
local.
Yeah.
We don't want to be townies.
So yeah, they're gonna go down and check it out. It leads me to think like you could run some sort of additional scan or something. You know what I mean?
Or just go anywhere else. Go
I mean,
anywhere
you know
else.
how
Just-
much dead shit's out there? How many moons and planets that don't have
Yeah,
life?
use a moon. Actually, that's a
Yeah.
good call.
Just sacrifice a V. Ryle ensign.
Yes.
It's just like Oliver Reed saying, Russell Crowe, you don't fight in the Coliseum. I'm doing it.
Totally.
It makes no fucking sense. So they both go down.
Yeah.
Because also when the ensign gets captured, you're like, well, that's a shame. Moving on.
Yep.
As opposed to the fucking captain.
But that ensign, you don't even need to give that guy a funeral. Just move on. It's part of the job.
They're wearing these fun spacesuits. It's a big sandstorm. They find something, a structure. They go inside of it. Immediately take their helmets off. I always love that in these things. Like, let's pop these fuckers off.
Yeah. That'd be awesome, dude. What a twist. Chekhov's head just explodes.
Yeah.
Paul Winfield, though, because he's awesome, gets his back on in time.
My skin is on backwards.
Takes it off.
Looks
and-
like the Unabomber lives in this place, by the way.
Yeah, there's like checkers around. There's a copy of Moby Dick and a bunch of other books that are be very.
Is Khan not Space Unabomber?
Oh, he
Definitely.
Pretty much.
It's just he had no reliable mail system.
That also.
Yeah.
in
that's
case you're
also-
wondering, recycling is fake.
They just hide it.
So he sees Chekhov sees Botany Bay, and he's like, Botany Bay, Botany Bay, Botany Bay.
No.
How do you remember that more than City
So-
Alpha?
Exactly. It'd be like, oh, if you were like, because I mean, here's the logical inconsistency. We've just done Space Seed. Chekhov is not on the show yet, but for some reason they couldn't make this George Takei, which make so much more fucking sense.
What the fuck?
Or
What are we
Uhura.
doing?
Let's give
Right.
Uhura anything to do
I
in these movies.
believe
That's
I've
illegal,
seen-
Steve.
I'm pretty sure I saw someone online trying to like fill the gap here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well,
it
have
might
you
have
ever...
been a joke
There is a Tribune IMDb trivia fact
that he was in the bathroom
Yes, have you heard this? It's so
Wait, what?
it is so stupid. So
taking a shit, Captain.
the way the trivia tells it is Walter Koenig likes to tell
Oh,
right that he thinks
Yeah.
they know each other because Chekhov made Khan wait for the toilet while he was on the Enterprise, and when he came out, they had a little encounter or whatever. Yeah, okay, dude.
Okay, that's a funny story. It's $50, please. Next.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
next in the Florida Comic Con?
Now, have I told you the way I think Khan and Chekhov know each other?
You want $50?
And meanwhile, Nicholas Meyer has just been like, yeah, I fucked up, man. Who gives a shit?
But like the way they write around it, I think also in the novelization is like, oh,
Stop.
he was like
I gotta
he
read
was
this book.
he was like a night watchman and he met Khan and blah
Night
blah.
Watchman.
I guess so.
Like he was in lower rank.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
like-
other things, I guess, that they say that, yeah, he was like, before he moved up to the bridge, he worked
Sure.
security
I mean,
detail.
it makes sense because
But
like
just say you fucked up. It's so, because whatever you say, it's fucking stupid.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who could possibly care?
Because it's a glaring error.
I don't care. It's
I-
a space opera stupid thing.
I
Shut up,
cared.
Captain.
Raising my hand, I cared.
Oh,
But I mean,
crazy.
in any event, he's like,
Lunatics.
oh no, we have to leave. This is the oh no, how did I forget SETI Alpha 6 and 5? I always get those mixed up. So before that happens, Khan and this really they go outside and
It
like
looks like the Jawas are out there, by the way.
it's very Jawa-esque. I love this like Cyclops visor Khan is wearing in the
Yes.
beginning. I want a little
Yeah.
more of that.
Yeah, that doesn't come back ever.
I mean, instead he's got this ridiculous wig. I mean, like, I guess the hair is supposed to be cool and feral, but it's the whole cast, this whole outfit, all these outfits they look like the cast of Cats before the makeup goes on. Like they get in the outfits first, and then the makeup goes on.
Oh, yeah, so just all like the scraps that they have
Yes.
as clothes.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
So we learn that because at the end of Space Seed, and this kind of doesn't. One of the things that I hold against this movie. I mean, it's kind of hard to do because the Wikipedia didn't exist and like we didn't have DVDs where like you can really reference it so hard.
Right.
But like the fact that like Kirk has never really shoved his face in, like you kept this asshole alive, you idiot. Or like you could have put this guy in prison, you could have killed him, But no, you decided to give him his own planet because you had such a big fucking boner for fucking goddamn dictators.
Well,
90s dictators.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they were all like totally
yeah.
impressed with all of Khan's stats. And Spock is disgusted with them.
Ooh, a lot of good kills.
Oh my God. Look at all those decapitations.
And he was from 1996.
1996,
And that was when he went away.
Mhm.
So he could have seen Scream in the theater. And he doesn't know about the existence of Scream 2 or 3.
You're
Or
telling me
or
they
4.
made 3 more Scream movies? What left was there to tell?
yeah, they're classics.
Have you seen Barton Fink? It's a trip, man. It's a trip.
Reservoir Dogs was life-changing for cinema.
So the Scream 2?
Forrest Gump over Pulp Fiction. I cannot get over it. I cannot do it.
That's his first words out of the fucking tube. But in any event, so he's like, oh, you know, well, he's going to this. He's like, I have you, my little friend, Chekhov. And then like, they're like,
Also fucking like exacerbating this error is Khan going, I never forget the face.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You're making it worse.
but then it's like this weird thing where he's like, oh, hold on. You think this is City Alpha 6. Oh, City Alpha 6. This is City Alpha 5. City Alpha 6, you want to go down to the corner. You want to go down. All right. See that gas station? You're going to go way past that. You gotta pass that. There's gonna be a pond. That is City Alpha 6. I will see you later, my friend.
The fuck does he say happened? It blew up?
It blew up and it
Changed
fucked up the orbit of
Yes,
the
right.
planet and turned into a barren
This is City Alpha 5.
Yeah.
Oh man, the gravitas that Ricardo Montalban brings to this role. Oh, it's just epic.
And the chest.
That's
Oh my God, this chest.
He's
right?
also mad that Kirk never came to visit. He drops that in there. It's like, your captain never bothered to check in on us.
At the end of Space Seed, though, Spock is the one who's like, maybe we'll come back in 100 years and see what's up.
100 years,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I'm a Vulcan. I fucking live forever. Fuck
Really?
you.
Is it like a Wookiee or Yoda?
They live a long time.
They live a lot longer. That's why they can
Oh,
kind of
shit, I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Because he's like hanging around with the next gen cat. The cats,
Which is
not
ridiculous.
like Bones, where he's a catfish in that first
now
episode.
that I like. Now that I like.
Yeah, he actually still just looks like Spock, but an old man.
Yeah. So I sent like 4 or 5 letters. They never came back, and yeah, I'm a pretty upset about the whole thing. Honestly, yes.
I had a whole infrastructure plan. And what do I do with that now? Dust storms forever.
Well, that's what's weird because it's like he doesn't leave him with any resources. It's like, just get the fuck down there. And you're basically starting from nothing if you
Yeah.
have no technology. Like, what are you
But
going to do?
he had like 80 beefcakes.
He did.
So
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
like that is technology to me.
And the lady there, the 90s
Oh,
cultural
this was
expert.
sad.
right.
And she was supposed to be in this movie, but she's a little too sick to do it. So they
Mm.
kind of killed her character off. And it's kind
No,
of
they killed her character. They didn't kind of kill her.
well, they kill her
Which-
character.
which is actually-
died.
which is good. It gives him more motivation.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like the motivation. The
I'm-
whole
I'm-
like you didn't visit and left us for dead, whatever. But, like,
No. You didn't visit number 1 problem.
I mean,
Number
I-
5 is wife.
I'm
dead.
super happy she lost her job.
I've had these decorations for a housewarming party that I've not been able to throw because no one has warmed my house.
now, here's the thing that's always been kind of incredible about this whole situation. And I don't know if it's actually Khan has plotted this whole thing out very carefully, because I think what it is he's just flying by the seat of his pants. Like, he's a super genius.
Yeah, no,
so
he-
it makes sense. But
Yeah.
like, this is really impressive. This whole orchestration, which starts, of course, with ear fucking.
Yeah, oh, of course.
We get these little fucking. What does he say? He's like, these are the only like animals that survived
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's like this disgusting puppet.
I think they're eels.
It's like watching
technically.
the Dark Crystal or some shit. These disgusting puppets.
It's very Return of the Jedi, who's the same guy who did the
Really?
creature effects for Return of the Jedi, did this as well. It looks very much. I don't
Yeah,
know.
this is
He
all
could be hanging out.
Tatooine stuff here.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You could look at this thing. You could put a voice to this thing and do, how's it going? Ow, my back. Quit poking me.
Watch where you're stepping.
Give me back my baby.
Yeah, you're just stealing these little
God.
fucking slugs off of this
There.
thing.
Oh man, it is.
I love it.
It's which I love. It's disturbing.
It's
which is
really
very
gross.
cool.
Before it starts fucking them in the ears, though, they kind of just look like little anchovies. And then I just started thinking about pizza.
You look at you open up the Seamless app. Like, how late is it?
Dude, I was doing the fucking math. I was like, that's too late.
Put some pizza in your.
Oh man, look out!
But
That's how the Ninja Turtles do it.
Really?
They're incredibly painful mind control things. Sure.
Yeah.
Because they start
Because
like
it-
wrapping themselves around your brainstem. I mean, it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
It get bigger and you go
It makes
mad.
you
Right.
more suggestible
Sure.
or whatever. Yeah.
All right. First, take your clothes off.
And now you, the bigger one, start doing the little one.
No, it's going to be great.
Relax. Don't do it when you want.
Chekhov, help him. Help him.
Paul Winfield's like, I did Shakespeare.
And both of them are selling this, but Paul Winfield's really selling. He's like, I don't want that shit in my ear. Like, he's like really freaked out.
Oh yeah, well, because he's an actual actor, and the other person's Walter King.
He's like, I've never had the pleasure of meeting the Admiral. Admiral, of course.
Yeah, he's pissed about this promotion too. Oh yes, how else could you fall up but to be James T. Kirk?
So we kind of get back. The Enterprise is going to go on a 3-week training mission.
Yeah,
And the Admiral's just going to inspect. Everyone's on the fucking thing. We go out. We meet up with Scotty, and apparently Scotty's nephew, which is something that I didn't know.
what? Wait,
The guy that comes up later is
Yes,
Scotty's
yes.
nephew.
Is he?
Scenes deleted, my friend.
Doesn't count then.
Oh no, it doesn't. But it
does not fucking
But it makes
count.
some sense of what happens later in the movie.
I
He was
see.
also selling underage liquor on TJ Hooker in one episode.
Oh really?
So it's nice
This
to
kid?
see. Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice
that's
to
pretty
see the
cool.
crossover there.
There's
Hey
a
kid, you've got some moxie.
there's a ridiculous they're taking like a shuttle
Mhm.
to the Enterprise, which is great because it allows for a beautiful shot of this Enterprise model. Like,
Sure.
all the shit in this movie just looks so good, especially on Blu-ray. Like, it really cleaned up nice. So it's Bones, Sulu, and Kirk, I believe. Is it who are on the shuttle here too? Is
No,
already
she
there?
is. She is. Yes.
So they're going up and they're just kind of like talking about like, oh, being back in the Enterprise or whatever. And I think this is where Kirk is like, I don't think these kids can steer.
Oh, that's because he's like, well, why do you need me here? It's like, I don't think these kids can steer.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what, man? Stop degrading like the Starfleet Academy right here. That's essentially what you're doing. Like, oh, these fucking kids. Do you see who's teaching them these days? Look at it's Spock. They let Spock teach these kids. I don't think they can steer.
What are they going to call millennials in those days?
Oh, yeah,
like,
like
what is the next term?
ultra whatever it is
Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
They're
always
ruining stuff.
they're always looking at their tricorders. Can't even talk to them.
The zappers.
These ultra zappers are ruining Starfleet.
Less ultra zappers are learning to steer. Did you hear that? I read it in.
With their Romulan smear toast.
So they go to like, they're just going to go out and do like a little run and come back.
I will say the only reason Uhura comes up, he's got this copy of A Tale of Two Cities. He like, dresses down the whole cast, and all he does, he gives Uhura the book to hold, and I'm like, dude, that's not her job.
Look, it's like a walking bookshelf.
And like that's like the most she does in this movie. He's
Now,
like, I'll take the
Uhura, stand still. I'm going to pull out a edition of the Wall Star Journal from you.
but I'm sorry, yeah. So they go out. It take 3 weeks to just kind of go around. And
You
see
hear
what they-
this line here though, where like they're like, so where should we go or whatever? And Kirk goes, Mr. Sulu, indulge yourself.
Yes.
Captain, you mean right here? Like, it's just what, dude? Tell this man where to go,
But also
please.
in space, you could go literally anywhere.
Oh, well, things have been really tough at the Sulu house, and I'm kind of down, what with it being winter and all. How about right into the sun? Suicide mission.
Yes,
Goodbye.
yes.
You said indulge myself. You are going to indulge my
I
suicide.
guess I'm a little bit more innocent. I just thought they were going to cut to him doing the Tom Cruise dance from Risky Business.
No, I'm going to kill everyone aboard. I have real problems in this
We'll
movie.
be doing that dance in hell.
So the Reliant, by the way, Khan takes over the Reliant.
Quite easily.
Yes. Because I think Paul Winfield's like, hey, I'm the captain. Stand down.
Yeah,
And they're like,
I guess that's
well, the captain
true.
can't be mind controlled. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. Chekhov. Again, why isn't this fucking Paul Winfield? I hate this. I fucking hate this.
Or
here's the
make
thing.
him the captain. That's the thing to me.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to be. But if you have to, because you want him to do all this stuff, you have to make him the captain because it makes no sense that he's doing all this shit.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Paul Winfield, captain, whatever the fuck, be directly talking to this person?
They should have just made him captain.
I hate it.
They call
I hate Chekhov.
They call Regular One and Nicole, what's her name? What, Marcus?
Carol
Marcus and David are working on the Genesis device.
Carol Marcus, by the way, played by Bibi Besch.
Uh-huh.
This is not the first Bibi Besch movie we've done.
Oh.
Really?
If anybody can go back in time with us a little bit,
Okay.
she is the love interest to one Joe Don Baker in The Pack.
That's amazing.
Yep.
That takes me
Also,
back.
rest in peace. She passed away in 1996.
So on the screen, which she died in 96,
Yeah.
Yep.
presumably. Maybe she went into space with the Botany Bay.
I mean,
But
I guess that is possible.
But it's
She
great
didn't
to
see
know
9/11, Eric.
her sex nemesis were Joe Don Baker and William Shatner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what a life.
Great
Yeah.
company to have.
Yeah.
Those are high markings. That's like being
that's
Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
So yeah, he's like, oh, and I kind of don't understand this idea. Well, no, I guess it's to lay the trap because he's like, we're coming to take the Genesis device, and like,
Yeah.
no, and he's like, yes, no, yes.
And then and this is, I mean, Khan is such a fucking genius, man.
Mhm.
She's like, hey, person who's not the captain of the Reliant, but I'm talking to you anyway. Who gave this order? Admiral Kirk gave that order.
Mhm.
So you better believe she gets on the horn and starts fucking screaming in Kirk's ear about all this.
You're goddamn right, I did. You need me on that wall.
It's kind of great though, because she says, who gave this order, Mr. Chekhov? There is such an I'm lying pause right here. He goes, the order comes from Admiral Kirk. And like, dude, you're under mind control. Just say it. He's like looking off to the camera. There's like fucking Ricardo Montalban's got cue cards and he's trying to shuffle them.
Well, he forgot his rank. It's like nope. Lieutenant.
Commodore, no.
Oh yes, it's like I'm on Saturday Night Live. The cue cards.
So Savick is sort of like given she takes the helm right here. This is the elevator scene.
Oh, the elevator
I love this.
scene.
Like Kirk gets in the
yeah.
fucking turbo lift.
And she's in like a Federation 90 or something.
I think it's a karate outfit.
It's a
Oh, is it
space. It's a space gi.
Yes.
She's been
A
doing space
gi
karate.
Is the technical term for a karate outfit.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, karate.
Just
outfit.
letting everyone know that they
No,
were
I'm
both
61
correct.
years old.
Both correct.
But yeah, and then it's just a weird like, okay, Admiral, can I ask you some questions about the Kobayashi Maru? And he's like, if it gets us closer to bedtime, fine.
Well, he's also says, "Oh, you're wearing your hair differently." She said, "Well, that's inappropriate."
She actually just says,
regular.
well, it's regulation, so go fuck yourself. Making your fucking comments. It's not 1966 anymore, buddy.
Man, I like the hair regulations. We should get more into that because apparently anything goes. But if you're a man, you need to have that weird sideburn.
Yes, you desperately need that weird sideburn, or else you're in huge trouble.
And if you can't grow facial hair, dude, they fucking glue it on you.
Excuse me, do you have boxy sideburns on my bridge, Mister?
But there's a
Little
great
daggers or bust. I don't think there's any.
Sulu execute him.
Is there? There's no mustaches either. Oh wait, no, Doohan. Anything
Doohan's got a
goes.
fucking- yeah.
Anything goes.
But that's only old Doohan, though. Young Doohan does not have the
That's
stash.
true.
Oh, I'll be your engineer, but I'm wearing a mustache.
You're gonna have to fucking rip it off me.
Like
Rip it off
cigarette.
my fucking Canadian face.
Well, it's a good thing no one sees you down there at the warp core.
Maybe that's why he's like, all right, fine. You can have your mustache, but stay down there. I don't want to see that fat ass up here on the bridge.
You're like a bridge troll.
Stay in your cave.
Captain, can I have a mustache too?
Just try it. When the doors
Jimbo,
open,
I was listening to some. I was listening to Load the other day, and I was thinking about getting me one of them Metallica goatees.
so the door of the elevator opens back up, and it's fucking great because it's more Bones profanity. He's like, "Who's holding up the goddamn elevator?" Which he's calling it an elevator, which is hilarious. And it's great because
turbo lift.
it's a turbo lift. Yeah, she walks out, and then Bones just goes, "She changed her hairstyle. How am I supposed to jerk off to that?"
So he does get a call from Carol Marcus saying, why did you take the Genesis away from us?
You, doctor, should know the danger of opening old wounds. That's what he says to Bones right here.
Right, because Bones says when it rains, it pours.
Yeah,
which is
making
great.
jokes.
Oh, I love it.
So
Love this
basically,
movie.
Kirk has to let both Spock and Bones in on what the Genesis device is and does before they get there, because now they have to go intercept whatever's going on in Regular One. We have this fun computer simulation of what the Genesis device is. It's a terraforming thing that can
Looks like Star Fox we're playing right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Good luck.
Boo 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 baboo. Enterprise. There's an awesome thing here though, where there's an exterior shot of Regular One, great like space station model. It's near this planet and everything. And they don't do this a lot in Star Trek. It's this exterior shot of this space station, and you hear all the scientists arguing for like a very long time before it cuts to the interior. It's a great flourish here. I like it a lot.
And it's kind of cool because they're putting the hat on the Federation's the military. We do not want this to be a military weapon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, look, I don't want this to go up a Klingon's asshole. I want to fucking, make something nice here. This is where we get a lot of David, who we learned to be is played by Merritt Butrick, who is Kirk's son. And actually, it's good casting. He looks a lot like him.
Yeah.
Because Merritt Butrick
They both
naturally
have-
had that curly hair.
Oh, really? I was about to say they both have a perm.
Well, no, because William Shatner is wearing a fucking dead chihuahua on there that they put in the microwave for a little bit. Dude, this piece is disgusting.
Hot.
Better put this piece in the fridge for a little bit.
Don't touch the shell, babe.
Oh, my hair is proofing right now.
Would you like to gleam the dome?
They found an actor who had natural hair to William Shatner's hilarious Chia Pet artificial hair.
It's like fucking Greg Brady in the 70s.
It is, dude. They just they chopped off all the roundness of it and just made it like, it's not exactly a flat top, but it's like, it doesn't go beyond the width of his skull, but it goes up.
Yeah,
Captain
it
Yoda.
reminded Khan of Barton Fink.
He looks like an obese Kramer.
Now, Jerry will tell you that Wrath of Khan is the better picture, but I like Search for Spock. So we this is when Bones kind of has this kind of fun Bones indignation of like, oh, it's a Genesis device. It's gonna wipe out humanity. You do it. God did 6 days. What about 6 minutes, you motherfuckers?
Bones is fucking right. Are you kidding me? This is a terrible invention.
And of course, Spock is being logical. Well, and he's like, you green-blooded son of a bitch. We finally get that in this movie, which is great. Green-blooded monster,
I think this is particularly where it's like, you green-blooded half-breed.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
I
whoa,
think
whoa.
He says inhuman at one point.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you inhuman. Which is great because then at the end of the movie, when Kirk is giving the eulogy, he says, human. Calls him human.
Yeah,
After
the
Bones
most human.
slur. Well, it's not really a slur because he's not really a human.
Well, he's half
He's
human.
half human.
Yeah, well, that's inhuman to me, man.
Wow.
100% or bust.
Yeah, dude.
Really? What if
These
a guy was
fucking
like
half gleep clops?
Yeah, what if it's like a half man, half dog?
Well, that's a werewolf, I think.
Well, isn't that okay?
No, that's clearly inhuman. It's a monster.
That would,
but it
that would
feels.
that would be the move. Because I mean, first of all, this movie does. If I will ding this movie on one thing, it doesn't have a lot like creature effects. You know what I mean? Aside from the monster, like Kirk's son
It
should be half monster. Like
Right.
it's this monster lady that he fucked way back in the old days. She looked like a fish. And it's this fish boy with like curly hair on his head.
Oh yeah, or at least like a green-skinned individual or something.
Sure.
And or Khan from the whatever the mute you like because City Alpha 6 got destroyed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe he got mutated and he's
Oh.
got like a little Quado baby in his
Yes!
belly.
Oh shit.
Like it comes out.
This
So
is
it's
what happened to my wife. She's under my t-shirt.
yes. And then like she like it's got a whole human head and little baby arms.
We didn't talk enough about Khan's physique. It is fantastic.
Gorgeous.
And apparently it was real because it does almost look fake sometimes.
Because it's so fucking perfect.
Do you think he was working out with Stallone? Like going to Muscle Beach?
I think it was a thing where he was like, I got to be on the Love Boat, man. And, you never know on the Love Boat.
Fantasy Island.
Or Fantasy Island, excuse me.
Yeah.
No, Fantasy Island
Fantasy
was at
Island.
the time, yeah.
But
Yeah.
But he was on Love Boat too?
Mr. Rourke, whoever,
That's Fantasy Island.
that's what I think he was still doing.
Yes, he was. No, he was definitely doing Fantasy Island. I don't know if he did the Love Boat as well.
I could be just mixing up
Listen,
stuff. But
I-
either way, like, listen, you're on an island or you're on a fucking boat. At some point, you might have to take your shirt off.
That's true.
I think it's more of like the American Psycho workout.
Yeah.
Like porno blaring in the background, just doing
porno blaring.
mechanical push-ups, just like over and over again.
I can do 1,000 now.
I was wrong. You're totally right. 154 episodes of Fantasy Island, although credited in one 1980 episode of The Love Boat where he
Oh.
played horse race announcer.
Oh, wow.
This horse is riding around perdition's flame.
I will say Ricardo Montalban, also amazing on Freakazoid, a couple episodes. He plays the
Really?
bad guy. It's a great voice performance. It is fucking laugh out loud funny.
How about when he squares off with Detective Drebin?
Oh, right. He's
Oh,
in
yeah.
from the Files of Police
Yeah,
Squad.
Naked Gun.
Oh
1.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
He's very funny in that movie too. He
Hilarious.
had just so much presence.
Yeah.
It's just so
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
It's always amazing, man.
and the bummer of this movie also is that he doesn't have a scene with Kirk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, figure that out. It's
Well,
kind of
they're
fun.
talking
it was
on the-
because of fucking Fantasy Island.
Oh,
They
well, yeah,
couldn't
that's
make the
right.
schedules work.
Son
They
of a
were
bitch.
FaceTiming. Did they not even read lines together?
I don't know.
He said it was a script girl. It was him and a script girl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it works really well for that.
It does.
You're going to need to get me a fatter script girl.
Could she have a poodle on her head?
Could she have smoked for 30 years?
So we were like, oh man, that Genesis device sure can't get in the wrong hands. But before we get to SETI Alpha 5, we are under attack from the Reliant, or we meet the Reliant. We're not sure what it is, what's going on.
This is an awesome scene though, because it's like, all right, they're not responding to any of these hails. They have no idea what's going on. This is a fucking Federation vessel.
It's awesome because like in this happens so infrequently in literally all these movies, is really fun and cool ship to ship, submarine to submarine kind of stuff.
And that's exactly like Nicholas Meyer talks about in his book. Like his idea was he wanted to make this like a Horatio Hornblower kind of master and commander type. These are boats warring with each other kind of a thing.
He had another The Enemy Below, I think was
It's another
big reference.
submarine movie. Yeah. Which I mean, which it makes sense because that is why I think this FaceTiming stuff, as much as it would be really cool to have that heat scene, maybe they go to a diner together. One day I'll be coming around that corner.
The neutral zone diner. Right?
I had coffee with Kirk half an hour ago. But like, no, I mean, like, but it works because it's like, it is that thing where like, that's how space battle would work. You wouldn't talk to each other. You wouldn't meet up. You would be in two different ships.
It makes you realize one of the problems, or just like a flaw with Star Trek. I mean, it's Star Trek, so that's their thing, but like everybody keeps picking up the phone.
Yeah.
Like just ignore them. And it's terrifying.
But I can imagine Khan being the kind of maniac that would like if God forbid Kirk ever like actually retired and like actually like laid down somewhere.
Nope, still got 5 more film appearances after this.
He would come to his house, and even just to like move in.
I'm your next door neighbor, Captain.
Ooh, that's a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
Absolutely.
amazing.
Well, all right. We'll to achieve this double date, we'll have a detente on arrival, as they are 2 stewardesses.
That would be amazing. Like Khan barely survives this encounter, and
Right.
he's just like he just hasn't seen any love. Like, take him under his wing.
I need
They
to
moved
get this guy laid.
They
Now-
moved to San Francisco.
Now, by double date, you mean we both get 2, right?
A quadruple date? Oh yeah, man. 2 by 2.
What's awesome too, I love the detail because they kill all the crew, the Reliant.
Yes, yeah.
Khan's fucking superhuman people. And they're hilariously like kind of wearing the uniforms of dead people.
Yes.
Like they sort of have jackets slung over their shoulders, kind of a thing. It's pretty
like
nice.
blankets half the time, which is
It
amazing.
is.
It's just like, it's a little chilly.
All right, I know how to fly this starship, but I can't find the heater.
Well, he even starts with saying, there is an old Klingon proverb, Captain, where revenge is a dish best served cold. It is very cold in space. No, literally, it's quite cold. in space.
Freezing my huge tits off here.
Could anyone get me a T-shirt?
Dad said to stop futzing with the thermostat.
So then they it's a great moment. They raise their shields.
Mm.
The Enterprise can't raise theirs in time, and the Reliant lights these dudes up.
It's really,
It's so awesome.
And what I love is also the more submarine stuff is you do. I feel like, and maybe it's just because I watched so much Next Gen. Whenever that happens, you just see we're just shaking the camera and everyone's just walking sideways.
Yeah.
But like people are blowing up downstairs. And,
Oh,
like, they're
yep.
trying to like climb ladders and all sorts of fun shit.
Engineering gets fucked in the face twice in this movie. And yeah, it's this first one. You just see dudes flying off ladders, getting blown from here to Kingdom Come. It's crazy.
And like, so that happens. Then we are talking ship to ship. Spock comes up with, or I don't remember who comes with the idea. Is like if you get the prefix of the Reliant, it'll be able to hack into it.
Before, yes, they do hack the ship, which is great. But before it's revealed that it's Khan,
Yeah.
Nichelle Nichols does get to have a cool line here because she's like, sir,
wait, what?
it's the Reliant. They want to talk about terms of our surrender.
Yes.
And she's just like, I can't even believe I have to say this. I can't believe the Enterprise under the stewarding of Captain or Admiral Kirk was caught with their pants down.
First, let me put down these nice big gallons of Diet Pepsi. And then I'll say my line.
Yes.
Kirk seeing Khan, it's fucking great. He's like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
It's a great face. Khan?
Yeah, this guy. I thought I left you for dead.
So, how's City Alpha 5? What's civilization looking like out there, bud?
How are you guys doing?
Did
What happened? Bummer.
The burns all over the ship. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. That we weren't hit.
And you never came to visit.
Not a letter, not a postcard, not a phone call.
Now hold on, Khan. Don't be an asshole here. I'm pretty sure I sent you a letter. I asked my girl to send. Oh, I'm going to be so mad at my secretary. I am going to
You know what, Khan? I'm just sick over this. She's fired.
consider her fired.
And I have you down for a yearly fruitcake, mister.
Wait, you haven't gotten those?
Oh, there's a backlog of fruitcakes.
Would have been nice to at least gotten a Christmas card.
It's also really great right here. There's a fucking, I don't know what is going on with this take that they use, but Ricardo Montalban is like talking and he's, talking over the view screen and he's like, he basically is telling them like he's demanding the Genesis device. And it's basically like we have to get he fucking looks off to the side as if he's like, line.
There's definitely some of that
Genesis device.
Yes. What is the bullshit? Oh, the Genesis.
the life giver. No, sorry. I'll ask my boy.
So we need that device immediately, and it better have Peter Gabriel, not just Phil Collins.
But so
The whole set. I want the whole set.
The early years.
This so the Enterprise gets lit up and everything. Scotty in a move that makes
Holy
no
fuck.
sense.
Thank you. I was about to bring this up.
The doors open to the turbo lift and Scotty is holding this dying kid in his arms and it's like Dude, sick bay is like 2 floors down.
Yeah,
what did you
I'm
press the
sorry.
wrong button?
You are fucking fired. Kirk could have been on the phone.
I've got
Could've
other
seen-
things. I'm trying to save everyone, not just this one kid, Scotty.
Exactly. What? I don't understand that at all.
It's a weird move. It's like a move. Chris, take your headphones off. If you had a bad roommate, and like he left like
You didn't give me long enough to take off my headphones.
no, but no. If you had like a bad roommate, like there's pizza in the fridge,
Yeah.
you would go to his room with the pizza that like is crusted and disgusting, and be like, "Dude, you want this fucking pizza? It's gross," and then you'd throw it out. Like you would make it's a big passive aggressive shitty move.
right.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Did I eat your pizza?
No. But he's doing the fucking Death of a Family, the Batman Death of a Family cover. He's
Yeah.
holding Robin in his arms. It's just like, what are we talking about? Who is this kid? What are you doing, Scotty? Get out of here.
You're fired.
But then it's so fucked up because we cut to sick bay and the dude's like, "Oh, is everything all right, Captain? I think I'm dying." Like, and he fucking bites it right there, and Bones puts the blanket over his face. It's like, "Hey, Scotty, that precious 10 minutes, man. Right to the doctor."
Doesn't Kirk say warp speed?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh, I think the guy's like probably like crazy, like dead crazy.
I think I'm going to die. Warp speed.
Right to the devil, mister. Warp 5 to the devil.
We need the air.
But yes, they hack there's this weird thing where if you have the prefix of the other control console, you can
Right.
hack it, and they lower their shields, and then now they're shooting them up.
Yeah, now we're lighting up the Reliant. Oh, yeah, fuck you, buddy.
And there's so much. It's kind of great. There's this other guy, this like Khan's number 1.
Oh, Tom Petty?
He does.
He looks exactly like Tom Petty.
He looks like Tom Petty and Kevin Sorbo had a kid.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
He's got like a weird name too. It's like Juxon Smith. Or
Yeah,
something like
I think he's Judson.
Waiting is the hardest. Call the Conqueror. That's
Man.
a combo of both.
Petty left us.
Sorbo.
Fucking Sorbo's still farting around, though. That
That's
stinks.
true.
Did anybody read the trivia about this guy?
Oh, it's kind of funny. Yeah,
This is my favorite thing
I
about
did not.
this.
Please illuminate.
Where the guy is not credited for the role
Right,
Really?
because his agent fucked up the deal completely to the point where they didn't have to fucking give him credit for
That's
it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Well, like
you
he
fucking
turned-
fire that guy.
Well, because he like turned down the offer, like, "Oh, we'll give you whatever billing."
No,
You know
no,
what I mean?
we'll pay you. We'll pay you to be in this movie, please.
Look, your billing will be second co-star.
Yeah, exactly. No, not for my guy. It's like, okay, so then we won't credit you. Like, go right ahead. Don't credit us. Okay, we won't. We're just not going to credit you.
Say, couldn't you put him under stunts?
Well, you see, you did a typo in the contract and you said coat star. So we don't actually credit clothing.
Co-star.
He's technically under wardrobe now.
Yeah. And not wardrobe designer. He's not getting that credit
No.
either. No. We're just talking about like a physical prop, not a prop master. You are a prop.
Wow. Hey, how about this, though? Cabin.
Yeah.
This dude, so the actor Judson Scott is his name.
Uh-huh.
Cabin, he is, I can't recall the character, but he's in your favorite movie, Blade, playing a character named Palantine.
I would imagine that's probably one of the older vampires in that movie.
Oh, yes.
The Council
Okay.
of
It's a
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
vampire name. That's a good vampire name.
Also,
What was
3
it,
episodes on
Palestine?
a
Palatine.
Palantine. Yeah, 3 episodes on a ladder series run on the X-Files.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Playing Absalom.
Do you know who? Speaking of stunts in this, we know who was a stuntman on this film.
No.
Your best friend?
The Shape, George Wilbur.
Was he really?
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
That's my
you-
face.
Exactly.
Yes.
You stole my face and I'm gonna wear yours. It's face off in Wrath of Khan.
So now that the Reliant is all fucked up, they have to go lick their wounds and fix their shit. And we were talking about this other guy. This other guy is like Judson St. whatever his name is. Scott. He's like, listen, we've got the jet. He's like,
They're not
Can we-
going anywhere.
he's like, could we not do this? Like, I know that this fucking 60-year-old dude is like your big boner, but like, we got a ship. We can go wherever we want. We can get fucking laid, dude. We can get laid. I could use a fucking indoor toilet. I could have a house.
But
No, I'm hung up on my dead wife.
that's not as big as my boner. And my boner is Kirk.
So they do wind
Oh,
up.
is he putting those little fucking like sandworms in his boner? So like wraps around. It goes into your head and your other head.
You know, for an older man, it is very difficult to maintain and keep an erection. So this a little worm here goes around and around.
Oh, man.
It's like a biological cock ring.
Now, every time I ejaculate, I create a demon.
I only ejaculate half of it because the rest of it feeds the beast.
So we have to, the Reliant has to like clean their shit up. This is when we're counting the dead and all that shit here. And like basically they go to Regular One to investigate.
And again, a classic Star Trek move, man. Who are you gonna send down? It's fucking Kirk, Bones, and Savick.
Mm-hmm.
Savick, I guess, makes sense. She's like sort of a lower tier, lower ranking officer.
Why not just send the engine of the ship too? How about you send them? Put that in a suit and send it out there.
Me, Spock, Bones, Scotty, and the Warp Core are beaming down.
The most important things on your ship.
All right.
Put them out there.
All right, Corey, put on this red shirt now. Here, it's an XXXXL.
Goddamn maniacs.
Okay. And then I will wear all the excess oxygen we have. Bring that as well. It's like, dude, what the? So yes, but they go. But at least they have the good grace and intelligence to leave Spock manning the ship. You know what I mean? Like, somebody who could do something is doing it.
This is one of my favorite scenes right here because it's twofold. One, because it starts off hilariously and then ends horrifically. They're all walking around. They're like, where the fuck is everybody? This is supposed to be the science station. What's going on? Bones gets spooked by a rat.
Oh, yes.
Which is fucking hilarious. And then immediately bumps into a bunch of hanging corpses. Dude, like the Predator was in town.
This was my favorite movie of 1987.
I do things just like the Predator.
After Hours is underrated, Scorsese.
Oh, that's why he wears his hair like that. He wants to look at the Predator.
It's also why he's so cut.
Mm-hmm. I wear a fishnet under here.
Want to see it?
We meet up with all these dead people. We find...
we meet up with all these dead people.
We meet the Marcuses. Neiman. No, that's a bad joke. Carol and David. And also... Chekhov and Paul Winfield are there, and it's like, and there's some other extra scientists kind of around.
Chekhov and Paul Winfield are on the science station still.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They're like,
but Carol and David aren't. They beam down to the planet. So this whole thing of like, where the fuck is everybody?
That's right. I'm sorry.
And then it's like, oh, well, there's these caves or whatever, and they do. It's another great Bones being scared about beaming because they're like, all right, they're on the planet, but they're underground.
Yes, they've gone deeper underground as the prophet Jamiroquai prophesied.
So Bones is like shitting his pants about beaming through solid earth or whatever, and they beam into this like hollowed out cave area. This is where Merritt, Butrick, and fucking James T. Kirk, William Shatner have this fucking fist fight, and it's Kirk just punching his son in the stomach.
It's the only Star Trek fighting you get in this movie, actually. I mean, because everyone's fucking old, you know.
And we're all fucking talking on FaceTime.
Yeah, it's all
the other
naval battles.
But then Paul Winfield and Chekhov pretend that they are no longer under Khan's command.
Right.
But then they're like, oh, we are crisscross applesauce. And Paul Winfield is ordered to kill Kirk, but somehow has the fortitude to kill himself. Well, also, no, first of all, he blasts some other dude.
Yes,
this dude. Extra scientist. Yeah. It is an amazing kill.
Wow, dude, talk about erased from existence. Holy shit.
Kill Kirk. Well, that's my middle name, so I'm allowed to kill myself in this situation.
You're right, though. The one blast, like somebody pulls Kirk out of the way or somebody jumps, and this dude's like, what?
He gets sent to the fucking Phantom Zone, dude. Amazing. It is just not even anywhere in reality where this guy goes. It's great. And so Paul Winfield blasts himself. We get that effect again, which is great.
And the sound design here is crazy because it's like Paul Winfield, like, you know, turning the phaser on himself. He lights this thing off and you hear like as he just disintegrates. Oh my Lord.
Oh, that's what you heard? I heard, fuck it.
And then Chekhov just has like a migraine and falls over.
His bug falls out. Like, wait,
Yeah.
no, I was told by Khan that's going to choke his brain. He goes crazy, then he dies. That's
Yep.
what I was told.
Yep.
Well,
It's fucking bullshit.
Khan
This
doesn't know
character
shit.
sucks.
Well, yeah, nepotism even goes over to the eel creatures.
well, Chekhov knew Kirk longer than Paul Winfield, right?
Sure.
So the resistance killed the worm
Yes. Okay.
because of his loyalty to Captain.
Well,
Well,
Kirk.
he is.
Fair.
He does have a thing where he's like, "I'm sorry, Captain Admiral."
Actually, my wig is actually interfering with the command of the bug. That is right. Get out of here. You don't understand what the wig will do.
Oh yeah, dude. Now the Vig is calling the shots.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons. It's walking around. It's got a gun.
I'm sorry, Captain. The Vig wants to kill you too. Sic Semper-Tyrannis.
The wig hates your wig. It's like two dogs smelling
yeah.
each other. So we're kind of walking around.
We get there's a fucking classic William Shatner line right here, and it's obviously overshadowed by because this is the scene where he screams Khan.
Yes.
But there is a line where he just goes, "There's a man out here I haven't seen in 15 years trying to kill me." Fucking awesome.
What are
It's
the
like
chances?
him on fucking Twilight Zone.
I mean, I feel like most people who haven't seen Kirk in a while want him dead. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Harry Mudd. Yeah, that dude's out for blood.
most of those
Well-
god creatures.
Well, him and Han Solo both.
Clint Howard, he wants him dead.
Ew. Man, imagine they brought back Clint Howard.
That would
That's
be amazing. Keep him in like a diaper.
ew.
He's just been a space baby this whole time, even though he's grown. And it's just like that Herzog doc, The Land of Silence and Darkness, or something. Am I saying the right title?
Yeah, but
The
are
one
there
where there's-
diapers in that?
Yeah, when there's a giant baby, there's a dude that's like in his 20s, but he's been raised as a baby.
Oh,
because
yes,
his
yes,
parents
yes. Yeah,
never
yeah.
actually helped him.
Yes.
Well, because he's like blind and deaf.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes,
that movie's about, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, that movie's hard. That's a hard watch.
Right.
I'll
yeah.
say that, dude. That is a hard.
I always
watch.
get the title confused with the one about like the oil fields.
because I think they both have darkness in the title.
yeah.
I think, but Clint Howard at the state that we're looking for, it would be more of a nothing but trouble esque
Oh,
Uh,
Jesus, that's even worse.
diaper scapade.
Oh, Jim, we're in planet Vulcanvania.
It's the Humpty Dumpty Gang.
Oh,
I love that song. Do the Humpty Dump. Come on, do the Humpty Dump.
Kirk, he kept on asking if I wanted a hot dog.
Wait, hold on. We're going to stay till the end because the Digital Underground is performing.
Holy shit, is that Tupac?
Oh, that is exciting. Let me beam down. We'll call it a truce. I want to see Tupac play.
Man, Nothing But Trouble would be a much better movie if Ricardo Montalban showed up to beat the shit out of Dan Aykroyd.
Yes. Oh, totally. By the way, you're thinking of Land of Silence and Darkness.
Yes.
That's the movie.
So we do get the famous God.
Oh yeah,
It's great. This theatritrical trailer kicks ass. By the way,
it's
Oh,
really
The
good.
trailer.
the trailer is really good.
Because they do the con yelling it.
Yeah, because that's like something like the editor was like, "Oh shit, that's going in the trailer." You know what, guys? I don't care. It's going in the trailer.
Trailer moment.
Because it's also it's that sort of cut around with I'll chase him around the galaxy and blah
Yes.
blah blah around perdition's flame until I fuck that fat man up.
Off the shoulder of Orion.
Do you get any Jim Kirk ain't no Boy Scout?
Oh no, yeah,
I feel like that would be a good one.
that's a really
these
yeah.
days,
I don't think it's in there, but that is a very. I think they were trying stuff out. Like maybe that's a trailer line because
Yeah.
his son is like, well, Jim Kirk's no Boy Scout.
Oh right, yeah.
So I mean, like they're kind of getting to know each other. Him and this woman, him and Carol Marcus kind of catch up a bit.
They sort of hash it out, and Kirk is like, "I did what you asked. I stayed away."
yeah.
But this dude, David, has like this negative impression of Kirk as like this cowboy piece of shit kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not totally unwarranted, of course. But so it's kind of great because Carol Marcus is like, "Hey, David, why don't you show our new friends the Genesis room? I'm going to talk with your dad for a bit, bud. We're just going to stay back in the parking lot. You go show him your toys. And he's like, all right, fine. Come on. You want to see the Genesis room?
Oh, no.
All right.
We're trapped on this planet. I guess we're going to have to repopulate. Well, I'm going to have Savick because she's under 30. Carol, I guess you have to have sex with Bones because I don't go that way. Or David. I don't care either way.
Whoa.
Don't bother with the catcher's mitt.
Hey, come on, little lady. Don't you want to talk about corn? You know, the band, Jonathan Davis, amazing American composer.
They had a bassist named. I don't remember.
Wait a second. It's coming to me now. Was it Head or Monkey?
Maybe-
of them were in the band. One of them became a born-again Christian. Anyway, they died many moons ago.
in a big bus crash. Fieldy, that was it.
Oh, Fieldy was definitely in Corn.
They did. So there's this weird scene where Spock kind of calls Kirk. He's like, Captain, because of interference, we can only get you in 2. He's like, we're going to do things by the book. We can only get you in 2 days and that,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. But it was all in code, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2 days meant 2 hours.
That's right.
Oh.
But Kirk's not letting anybody else know that.
Mhm. No. Playing it close to the vest. So we're back on the Enterprise, thank goodness.
Well, hang on a second, man.
Yeah,
we
well-
see the fucking Genesis cave.
oh, that's
yes, this hollow Earth.
It's awesome.
It's-
I think I saw a pterodactyl flying around. I mean, it's great. They're like testing the Genesis device on this cave, and they terraformed it. She said it took like hours.
Where's the booze trees? I was promised booze trees.
Kirk's like casually like chomping on some fruit in this scene too.
Yep, they got the hollow Earth. They've discovered the hollow Earth down there.
And here's the thing about it, buddy. Nobody's going to report this, but the mole people, that was a genocide.
I'm going to have to get my son Tyrell. Yep, I have a son named Tyrell. Bet you didn't know that. And Sean Stone. That is Oliver Stone's son, who was also on my television program.
Oh, no. What?
Yes.
That is
Jesse
insane.
Ventura had a TV show
Yeah.
which
On the
had-
internet.
on
Was that-
Russia Today
Oh, RT, yeah,
I
sure.
see.
with Sean Stone and his son Tyrell.
Yup, named after Blade Runner. Don't think too much about it.
Yeah, I get it. They were sort of the bad guys in that movie. I just thought it was a cool name.
I'm gonna get all my famous kook sons in one room. You got Oliver Stone's son, Alex Jones's kid is gonna be there. Roger Stone's son's gonna be there.
I'll be honest, I do ask about the turtle a few times. I think Oliver Stone's never made a bad movie. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but World Trade Center was my favorite movie of whatever year that came out. I especially loved the part where Nicolas Cage saw the Lord God.
I mean, the Wolf of Wall Street was eaten off of W's plate, if you ask me.
God, W.
James Cromwell is George Herbert Walker Bush. That's some great casting, buddy.
Hold on. They elected another George Bush.
Commit suicide.
I go away for a couple of 100 years. You'll go ahead and elect another George Bush after the first one was a piece of shit.
I thought maybe Bob Dole, sure, but another George Bush.
Here's a question about the Genesis cave, by the way. Where's that fucking sunlight coming from?
I mean, I don't
you
know
catch
what.
this light source in
Yeah.
there?
Mhm.
Is this a big spotlight? Ed Harris is controlling it? I don't get it.
More light, sir. More light.
So anyway, yes, we get beamed back up, and it's this whole like, oh, I meant 2 hours. Gotcha.
So we're gonna cat and mouse here. Kind of this is kind of the third act here.
Mhm.
It's weird because Carol Marcus is like so important in this movie. She's like, well, goodbye, movie. I'm a woman. I'll just be downstairs with Uhura braiding each other's hair.
Holding a bunch of books and cokes.
I got your birthday presents for when the movie's done.
So yeah, it's man time now. And like basically like Khan is all rested up. He's ready to fucking blow him away.
But they still don't have warp drive, so they can't fucking get out of there. So the move is we're going to hide in this nebula, which leads us to, I believe this is, and it's going to be awesome to hear my bad impression say it anyway. I think it's Sulu goes, or maybe it's Spock, who cares? Nebula penetration in 2.2 minutes. Someone's penetrating something in 2 minutes.
Jim Kirk has said that on exactly 50 days.
The Reliant is chasing behind them, chasing them into the nebula. Yes.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
All right.
But
Sorry, we're going Nebula Town.
This guy again, Khan's number 2 is like, do we have to go in the nebula, sir?
I think this is the part where he's like, dude, the fucking ship is fine, man. Let's just go.
We got the Genesis device. We could sell that or something.
Spring break, motherfucker.
They got a fucking ship.
Yes.
They've got the Genesis device. They can do whatever they want.
They can go make their own planet
Make
somewhere.
their own planet. They could shoot it at fucking Earth.
He's like, sir, this is your old friend Joaquin talking here, man. I am thinking about getting the Beaver Patrol back together. And we're going to create this planet. We're going to create our own spring break.
See, Jim is already seeing, Kirk is already seeing forward to fucking Montalban fucking moving in next door to him in the future. If he lets him go now.
Yeah.
If he lets him go, he will come back.
How will we ever become wacky neighbors?
This is the perdition. I will chase them to perdition's flames.
Yeah,
and all
right.
that fun.
Yeah. Also, very important to note that if they go in there, the shields will be useless in the nebula.
Sure.
Also,
hey, dude, sure.
You know what? Whatever, man. Whatever the fuck ever.
I mean, it's fine. It's just funny.
It's just you explain it away with some Star Trek magic. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great thing, though, and I know they're not saying this, but doesn't it sound like they're calling it the Motaro Nebula?
Yes. I think it is the Motara Nebula or something like that.
It's close, but it should just be the Mortal Kombat character.
Oh, definitely.
The Midori Sour Nebula.
Oh, that sounds delicious, Jim Boy. You know what? I'll do a spacewalk for that one.
By the way, does anyone want to see my dead crewman again? Scotty, get that guy out of here. It's starting to smell.
Look, but now I put him in a freezer and it's kind of like has the jack built. I'm putting him in fun positions.
I've got him dressed like Weekend at Bernie's. I've got a
You're
little
doing
blue windbreaker and little black sunglasses.
Oh, you're doing a great job at the console, nephew. He's pulling a cord and the dude's waving.
Oh, God damn it. You took all my Hawaiian shirts, Jim Boy.
Weekend at Bernie's. I remember that. Oh, I remember that.
I remember the sequel, too. I was around for both.
You know, Kirk, I was the president of the Jonathan Silverman fan club.
I love Caddyshack too.
God! God! You know, the single guy was better than Seinfeld. Just saying. God!
Jim, he's mad. Seinfeld is a classic American television show.
My favorite character's Newman.
My second favorite character is the puffy shirt.
I don't want to be a space pirate.
So yeah, we're going to the nebula now, and also like neither one's camera is working, so we can't really see where we're going or how
Great
to
use
shoot.
of minimal score here too.
Yeah, I mean the score is great all the way through and through.
It's awesome, but they use it really well here because it's like dead silent. They're like, "Where are you, Kirk?"
Yeah,
and then there's a great shot where like the viewer kind of fixes itself for a second. It's like, "Oh fuck, we're gonna ram him," and that's when like the music comes back in. It's so perfectly choreographed.
And like we're kind of getting shots off on each other, etc.
Khan gets hit hard again, man.
Yeah,
they keep fucking slamming this dude.
And the Enterprise also gets hit, and someone bursts into flames. Which is fucking awesome.
Because again, dude, engineering is getting fucked in the face in this movie.
All right, I'm gonna bring up everyone who's dead. Everyone, stay up there on the bridge. I'm getting a dolly.
And the superhuman guy that keeps on warning Khan is just like, he gets hit.
Yes.
And then he's just like, I told you so.
Well, because last line is like your superior intellect, which is like, fuck you asshole.
Exactly. I've been following you for 200 fucking years, and I told you to lay off 10 times. You know I'm superhuman too.
We're all superhuman,
Exactly.
Also, this last round of hitting here, the Enterprise, the warp core starts leaking.
Yes.
Which is very important.
So then Khan on his like kind of last, he's all burnt up now. He kind of looks like the Phantom of the Opera a little bit.
Dude, he looks like, this is great that you said that, because imagine this combination. He looks like if Roy Scheider played the Phantom of the Opera. Because like Roy Scheider, famous for that fucking sick bass tan.
Yeah.
But also like, cause Khan, it's Ricardo Montalban, like it's his actual face. He's a wrinkly old guy. But for all of these burns and shit, they put this weird, like they flatten his face.
Yeah.
So it looks like kind of older, tanned plastic surgery Roy Scheider. It's very weird.
Well, because the burn has more of a slop look to it.
Yeah.
You know what?
Burn.
If you're burning a face, it's got to be a dry burn. I don't need a wet burn.
Well, especially with those bangs, I would be like, oh no, my bangs are burned into my forehead. Now I will fucking kill you, Kirk.
But
From
dude,
hell's heart, I stab at thee.
Oh,
Nice.
absolutely, dude. We're
Incredible.
quoting some Moby Dick right here. And
Mhm.
it's fucking awesome because what does he do? No. Not just engage the self-destruct mechanism. He engages the Genesis device, dude. Oh, man. Not only am I going to blow this ship up, I'm going to make both of us a planet.
I'm going to turn into like a bunch of squirrels or
Wait.
some shit.
Like the end of Sonic the Hedgehog.
It wouldn't make a planet. It would just like blast the nebula and kill everyone, right? Or,
But
Well, that's literally what happens. It makes a planet when it goes off at the end of the
does it?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking? Where the fuck do you think Spock goes?
Oh, right. Yeah, he lands on a planet. You're right.
That Khan made. That's Planet Khan, baby.
Right.
SETI
right.
Alpha Khan.
You're
It
resting on my balls.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't. No, to your point, yes. I kind of had
Yeah.
that sort of logic problem last night too, where I'm like, no, where is this? Because like the idea is you take a dead planet, you make it
Yeah.
a real planet, because that's what
You
they're
don't
doing.
make a planet out of. You don't make a planet out of a nebula. That's not what the film told me earlier.
Yeah.
In the,
I'm cool with it.
I mean, it's all fine.
I don't give
mean,
a shit.
it
It's
doesn't-
fucking
it
Star Trek space magic.
doesn't matter.
so he sets it off, and much like my favorite movie, Into Darkness, something's wrong with the warp core, and the only way to save it is if somebody goes down there and fixes it.
Oh.
And this one, this is ripping off Into Darkness in a huge way. It's kind of a huge problem for me, honestly. Spock goes down there in this
What?
one. Yeah, it's
Dude,
like, come on.
I'm
I'll
glad
tell
you
you.
brought it up. I'm glad you're saying something.
The shot of Spock like realizing what he has to do and
Yeah.
making the decision, knowing full well the consequences, and just getting up and leaving the bridge without saying anything.
Yeah,
Fuck, is that awesome? It is so. What a moment of heroism in this movie.
it's great.
Just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna die today.
He goes down there, and Scotty's like, "The fuck am I gonna do?" So
James Doohan is breathing into this fucking respirator mask like he's just run a marathon.
he Bones like, "I can't go in there, Spock. You're gonna die." And he's like, "No human can live in there." And like he has this great line,
Yep.
like, "As you know, as you're so fond of telling me, Doctor. By the way, I'm about to die. I want you to feel like shit when I do.
Get
You've
ready to
been
eat
riding my ass for 30 years."
I'm walking in there because of you.
All right, mister, get ready to get your fucking ass lit on fire. Are you ready?
There's a suicide note in my quarters, and you're all over it, mister.
It just says Bones did this.
Hit Control F on my suicide note. You'll get 40 hits on Bones.
All right, here it comes. As you're so fond of reminding me, Doctor, I'm only half human.
It's
Burn!
Control F for Kirk. Okay. Oh, 0 results. Oh, I'm good. I'm in the clear.
The entirety of my will goes to whoever kills you.
Oh, man. Nice. Spock's Millions.
Oh, man.
Better
I've
third
got
movie,
a-
by the way.
I've got a death warrant on 12 systems.
They don't like you either, buddy. Buddy. But no, he gives him the nerve pinch, and he goes in there and he's doing all this cool. Yes. Oh yeah. He gives him the nerve pinch, and then he gives him the which apparently was a reshoot because they wanted to like
Yeah.
give themselves a way out, which I don't think is super. I mean, it works, but it's not super necessary. Like,
But I
it's
feel
space magic anyway.
I feel like this movie's so smart setting this all up because it's like if I'm just watching this not knowing Search for Spock, it's like
Yeah.
like Well, that's that. But
Yes.
like, it's amazing that these little nuances add those ways out.
It's a good telegraph, but it's not too strong.
Exactly.
It's also ripped off when Data uploads himself into B4 at the end of Star Trek Nemesis.
Woof.
Just as an FYI.
So yeah, he's doing all sorts of.
Oh, some space gas captain.
Sure.
He's lifting all this stuff. He doesn't even really like kind of say goodbye. Like Kirk is trying to get away. He's like, "We need that warp core now, Mister."
I'm doing my best and will also be dead in 4 minutes, you fat fuck. Hold on. That's right. I have minutes to live, and I'm telling you like it is, Kirk. Fucking finally, it's so freeing.
Oh, don't you think it's just bones in there?
Oh, you're all over it, Mister.
Remember when you fought the Gorn? I wished for you to fucking die that day.
Well, technically, soon it'll be just bones in that warp unit, if you know what I'm saying. He's dead.
So
Get it? He's dead.
so they do get away, and he's
Let
like,
him rot.
They're like, "Oh man, Scotty, you did it! One more magic trick." He's like, "Oh, not really, Captain. You better get down here like real soon."
No, dude, it's Bones.
Oh, that's
and
right.
it's fucking great because it's like, because he's yelling at Scotty. He's like, "Scotty, you did it, you fat son of a bitch. You did it." And Bones just goes, "Better get down here. Better hurry." And you're like, oh God, that's the fucking phone call you don't want.
I'm about to forget all of Spock's consciousness. I got to tell you the whole thing.
All the booze carts crashed. And also Spock is dead.
That's bad news, Jim Boy. There's a whole lot of gray goose all over the containment unit here. I'm crying my eyes out.
Also, the mess hall has stopped selling hot dogs. Can you believe it? Oh, by the way, Spock is dead.
All my crates of Romulan ale poured out over the. Oh, yes, the Spock is dead.
Oh, Jim Boy, look at this. Oh, my CD collection melted.
He like grabs him the hallway. "Don't go in there, Jim Boy. Don't go in there. There's all the corned beef hash is all over the floor." And also, yeah, Spock is dead, but that's not.
My signed copy of Follow the Leader melted. Also, Spock's dead.
I lost my pen, and also Spock is dead.
It was a special, also my special single vinyl of Got the Life. It's melted.
Boom, chicka, bigga, chicka, boom, chicka, boom.
Also, Spock's dead.
So he does go down there, and there is it's a great Scotty line. He's like, "He's dead already."
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, Christ. That's tough.
And Spock is behind the divider. He's in the warp core room, and he's like, and it's just like, "Ship out of danger."
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of doing like a Danny DeVito penguin thing at the end of this movie. He's like,
I just need a cool drink, Captain.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I was crying.
It chokes me up. I also get
Every
choked up.
time.
I get choked up in Inner Darkness. I know it's stupid. It is so stupid, but
Yep.
the performances are good enough.
Yeah.
And like it's manipulative, but it's fine.
What, in Wrath of Khan?
No, in Into Darkness.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we're just fucking
ripping it off.
ripping it right off, dude. Like a Band-Aid,
Well,
just rip it right off.
actually, Steve, I heard that's one of the movies you're not supposed to like.
Oh, yeah, dude. How dare us?
Yes, the internet.
You're not supposed to like that. Lens flares.
Yeah, those are a
the
problem.
internet says you're not supposed to like that.
I like it fine.
But
But yeah, so like he's dying.
I
There's
have
this-
been. I always shall be your friend. Holy fucking tits, dude. Not a dry eye in this room.
There's a piece of trivia which I totally believe. It's probably fake, but
Was it also Spock was making someone wait for the bathroom and that's how he recognized somebody?
Kirk, Shatner takes credit for he was the one who came up with the idea to put the hands to the hands in the glass. But he's like, my idea was actually better. It was going to be where it was actually an opaque screen where you couldn't you could only see Spock in silhouette, which I totally believe. It's like, hey, what if you
Yes.
didn't see that son of a bitch and it was only my face?
I bought a Christmas ornament of this scene.
Oh, I wanted that.
Oh,
was
I've
so-
seen.
'cause it was
Wait a
going
second,
around-
That's real.
Yes, it was going around the internet. They're like, can you believe they would actually make this? And I saw it and I researched it. I'm like, I'm buying this immediately.
I've always just seen it. I thought it was like somebody fooling.
No, dude, it's real.
Wow,
And
no fooling.
It's got sounds too, like buttons you can press.
What does it say?
It does a line from the movie of like, "You will always be."
Nope.
my
No, I
friend."
don't. No.
So we're now
Nope.
dude, We're just crying on Christmas.
That's
Yeah,
just
dude. Hashtag crying on Christmas.
It's fucking great.
that's sad. That's very
It's
sad.
one of the stars of my tree.
So yeah, he passes away.
Yeah.
Oh.
The makeup
Or
here in
does
blue,
he?
the makeup here in HD is not great.
No, he looks like there's a movie, I believe it's called like I Was a Teenage Zombie or something
Yes,
like that.
it's
It's like
very-
a cheap zombie movie from the 80s. They shot it like fucking like out in like Nyack and parts of Long Island and shit.
Yeah.
And the zombie makeup is fucking horrendous in that movie, and it looks exactly like this. It's just like, put a couple of green things here, and yeah, that's radiation
Like
poisoning.
you got like eczema on your face.
That's he looks like he just
Like,
has a skin
what the
condition, a
fuck's
very
that?
mild skin condition.
yeah.
So we are now putting what do you call it there? We're giving it's Spock's funeral. He's in a big sunglass case.
It just says Oakley on it.
It's like Mark 6. It's like, ooh, the nuke. Oh,
Yeah.
this has the new coffins. I love it. And also, like, have a living will where it's like, could you not just dump me on a planet that was just made? Like, I'd rather send me to Vulcan, send me to
Yeah.
Earth. Like, also, could my mother
Yeah.
be involved in the ceremony?
No, dude, this is like Spaceman. You're just getting dumped at sea. It's just like the Navy.
Dude, we took on too much weight. So
What I think is wholly inappropriate about this is James Doohan playing the bagpipes.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like,
Spock hated the
of
bagpipes.
course he did.
there's
You know
no
what I
more
mean?
illogical instrument than the bagpipes.
Yeah,
I
it's
hate
true.
all music, Jim.
I don't know about that, Steve. The fucking recorder is pretty useless.
Well, we have a one request in Spock's suicide note.
Oh, this is the crash test dummies. It's a classic.
Oh, what's this? There's a subsection here. What does this say? Article 7. Definitely no bagpipes.
Once there was a kid who
Got into an accident and couldn't come to school.
but when
He finally came back.
he found pot marks all over his bite.
Good God, that
And not a dry eye in the house when
Yeah.
you played that song.
I don't know if that's in order even.
I mean, I'm not crying over bagpipes, but I'll cry over
All
crash
right,
test
now-
dummies.
That's dummies.
Where have all the cowboys gone?
You know, Jim Boy, here's a question I had for Spock right before he died of radiation poisoning. What if God was one of us? You know what I'm saying, Jim Boy? Just a slob like one of us.
yeah, he's looking at you.
Like a stranger on the bus, Jim Boy.
Jim Kirk's just looking out into the cosmos after they've shot Spock out, and Bones comes up and he's like, "How bizarre! How bizarre!"
So Kirstie Alley's crying here, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She's a Vulcan, but like
There's
there's a
her
bunch
favorite professor. She rated him high on what was it? That
Rate
rate
My
my
Professor,
professors,
yeah.
where you could rate like if they're hot or not.
well,
That's a hot professor. Dude.
right before the funeral, she gave him 5 stars. Like, you know
Yeah.
what, sir, you've earned it.
Well, I was
Oh,
reading
yes.
something, I don't know if it was on Wikipedia or the
Yeah.
Tribune or whatever, where they're talking about because like there's 3 instances in this movie where she shows emotion. It's there.
Yeah.
It's when Scotty brings that fucking soon to be corpse up.
Mhm.
And then there's another
Kobayashi Maru. She says, "Damn."
Oh, right. She says, "Damn." And they're alluding to like she's quietly Spock's daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think that's what the
No.
Tribune was saying.
That's a fan theory, my friend.
That
I mean,
is a
like,
fan
sure.
theory.
I believe that just as much as I believe Chekhov held up the fucking bathroom for Khan.
Well, the trivia I read was that there was a presentation of this where Leonard Nimoy would talk
Uh-huh.
in between in like the
Oh, yes, yeah,
commercial
commercials.
breaks. and he would do one of the parts was him explaining the character's background. And he said that she's half Romulan, half Vulcan.
Whoa.
Which wouldn't that make her a vampire?
I think that automatically makes you a vampire.
So they shoot him out on this fucking. You know what? He always wanted to be on a fucking deserted planet where no one could visit his fucking coffin.
Dude, because listen, it means it lands somewhere. If you just like ping out into space, you're just going forever until you hit something.
But also, like, what? I mean, I guess it's the Mark 6, so it's. Oh, you want the Mark 6 coffin? When they shoot it at a planet, it will not pop open. It is, it is sealed closed, Mister.
Even
the Mark 5s were a disaster. They were a total disaster.
It's like took a real bath with the Mark 5.
they work on gaseous planets. I know it doesn't make any sense. They do work.
This is the Cadillac of coffins, kid.
So the end of this movie, well, there is the Great Bones line of like, he's not gone if we remember him.
Right. And also, I mean, this is Kirk gives that fucking eulogy, man. Of all the people I've known, souls I've known or whatever, his was the most human.
It's
and
great.
I'm losing it all over again.
And there's a great scene with him and David. They kind of bring that back in, you know.
All right, he says, I'm proud to be your son, which is a great moment. Get ready to get murdered by the Klingons.
He was the most human, which is better than any other species out there across the universe, even his own.
And then when his son dies, he was the most Vulcan.
I'm really confused.
Never forgive them. For the death of my boy.
There's a weird. I mean, it's good, but it's kind of whatever. Where they're like, you know, or McCoy's like, you know, Jim, are you all right or whatever?
Yeah.
And he's like, young. I feel young.
Yeah, it's I kind of like that line. I mean, it's thematically it makes sense, but it's
Right.
also it is kind of like, you know, I feel really young at my best friend's funeral. Man, I feel top of the world.
Well,
Hey,
think about
I'm
it this
younger
way,
than
man.
him.
Think about how young Kevin Costner's funeral made all the people in the Big Chill feel.
That's true. Everyone's getting laid that night.
That's right, dude. They go back to Kirk's fuck pad. They're listening to Heard It Through the Grapevine. They're all dancing, making dinner.
You know, I've got a shot at Savick tonight. I'd be a fool not to take it.
Absolutely.
I feel like a young man again.
And then like Kirk commits insider trading with Scotty or whatever happens in the Big Chill.
Khan, no, Khan's dead, but anyone got a line on one of those worms? Makes my erection last.
I have to wrap it up. Literally.
So we get another choke up. You get the fucking the opening monologue there, but it's done by Spock this time.
Oh yeah, dude. The second you hear that, which I believe they let him do,
It was a ghost talking.
at the end of
the trivia said it was a movie. Trivia said it was a ghost talking.
Oh, that is he's a Star Trek Beyond ends that way, probably.
One of the newer Star Trek movies, I think, also ends with him.
Star
doing
Trek Beyond's really good.
It is
good.
It
It's
is
just it's oddly just a weird 90s action movie wrapped up in a big Star Trek budget.
I'm
Kinda
okay with that.
all I wanted.
Yep.
And it doesn't. It's not like, hey, remember the Wrath of Khan? Here it is backwards. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
At least it's like an original story.
Yes.
Yeah. What if the Star Trek world, just hear me out, had a bunch of motorcycles?
Into it.
Mm.
Just make Star Trek Mission Impossible.
But that movie also, dude, because that movie came out like right after Anton Yelchin died.
Yeah.
And Leonard Nimoy had died. Dude, I was fucking crying in that theater during the credits. Holy tits, dude. Twice. Well,
It's
also
a movie
because
full of ghosts.
he finds out that like Ambassador Spock died.
Yeah.
So like Zachary Quinto's like, oh, that fucking sucks. And I'm like, oh God, they killed him. He's dead twice now. I'm so pathetic.
Yeah, it choked me up. Definitely choked me up.
But yeah, he says that, and they make some changes to it. It's like the continuing adventures of the Starship Enterprise. Where it's
give us
ongoing
another
mission.
movie, please.
Yeah. Oh well, it's because Kirk has some line where he's like, "By the way, we'll have to come back to Genesis and see if Spock sprouted yet," because he has a captain's log right here, and it's something about returning to Genesis to check it out.
Well, then
You
they,
know, maybe we'll come back in 100 years and see what's going on.
well, no, then they cut to it, and they there's this shot of the capsule that Spock is in, and
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra starts singing "Fly Me to the Moon."
Is that the end of Space Cowboys?
That is indeed the end of Space Cowboys.
You love Space Cowboys. We like Star Trek on this show, but you love Space Cowboys.
It is honestly maybe the stupidest astronaut movie ever made.
Dude, it's fucking 10,000% to stay tuned, except I'll say, unless it's Scott Eastwood and then it's cheating, but I don't think it is. The guy that they have playing young Clint Eastwood in that movie it's fucking
Oh, don't they
spot on.
dub the voices?
They
And
dub
it's
the
like,
voices.
it's
It's
creepy
the
as all-
stupidest
But
fucking thing in the
he actually
Yes.
looks like him.
Yeah.
Nobody else looks like James Garner, Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones. Who's the fourth guy?
Oh,
Joe
fuck.
Pesci? No.
Donald
No.
Sutherland.
It
Oh,
is
Sutherland.
Yes.
You're right. Yeah.
Wow.
You see his buns in that movie. I
Yes.
remember that
Wait,
very
yeah,
clearly.
'cause he
Souther
fucks.
buns.
Something is-
We got Souther buns.
I'm pretty sure.
Souther
Yeah,
Right?
because
buns?
he fucks. He's,
Souther buns fucks.
I'm pretty sure.
Would
Nice.
anybody like to smoke some space
Yeah.
pot?
Maybe I'm mixing it up. In any event, yeah.
That's the movie, man. And it's the fucking best Star Trek movie. Fight me on it.
No, it's. I mean, that's just
It
almost
is.
objective.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
You know what's interesting to me, though, is I believe in the last few years, Search for Spock has had a little bit of a re-eval.
that movie rules.
It's good.
Yeah.
I've always my favorites of the TOS era have always been 2, 3, and 6.
Yeah,
I'd
totally.
probably go
Sounds
2,
about
3,
right.
1, 6.
I'm a sucker for 4, and it's only because
4
there's
is
time
good.
travel.
Yeah.
Four is good. 4 I used to like not be as into, and watching it more and more lately in family function settings.
Right.
I've gotten really into it.
Also, because it's got a great environmental message. So, like, that's a
Yes.
cool thing that like Nimoy was very passionate about when he directed that movie.
I'll do your fucking movie, but we're saving the goddamn whales.
Gotta save something.
It worked for Superman. It's got to work for us.
So we'll continue sort of how we do. We're doing the We Love Movies situation with this because we don't normally recommend, Nexus
Yeah.
shit.
No,
but
sure.
in this case, does The Wrath of Khan hold up? And how often do you revisit this movie?
I mean, it totally holds up. I mean, the special effects look great. I don't know. The Blu-rays weren't up special effected,
I
are
didn't
they?
think so, but super fan and friend of the show, Drew Stewart, tell us what's going on with that, buddy.
Yeah, because I think that
Yeah.
they look
gorgeous.
they look gorgeous.
The
They don't-
shots amazing.
and
Yeah.
they seem very period accurate. I love the aesthetics. I mean, the aesthetics
Mhm.
are fucking.
This
for
movie,
days.
like I thought, like watching it last night, I was like, wait, when was this? This is like late 80s, right? No,
No.
early 80s. I feel like
82.
this movie helped like establish science fiction for the decade. Also, it's the same year as Blade Runner, so
Yeah.
it was
Shit, we're not the best science fiction movie then. You-
yeah, but fuck, it's
Yeah.
neck and neck.
it looks really good.
Both of those movies are amazing.
I mean, I've only seen this twice. I probably want to see it every couple of years now. Like I'm definitely. I was way excited to see this, and now I'm kind of like, when can I watch Search for Spock? I might find some time next week.
Do it, man. Go
Yeah.
right in.
It's great, Chris.
It's great. I mean, it was immediately my favorite one of these after seeing it from start to finish. So that should speak. And I mean, I remember seeing parts of this when I went through. I have seen all the other ones all the way through. I just don't know what happened when I watched this. in
Probably
college.
bad gas.
That's possible.
You had to turn it off because you
Um,
had bad gas.
It's possible.
Like, well, if I'm farting through this movie, I'll have to watch it.
Every time I fart, I stop a movie. It's true.
Space gas captain.
So and all the model work is really good.
Oh, yeah. So
everything
fucking
looks good.
pretty,
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic. My in-laws are Trekkies.
Oh, nice.
So every Christmas we usually at least watch a couple Star Trek movies. It's not always The Wrath of Khan, but I would say every 2 to 3 years I definitely rewatch this movie, and it's great.
Is there, and it can go both ways here, is there a movie that either you or the in-laws suggest that like the other party would immediately shoot down? Like, no, I'm not fucking watching that. Or is
no.
anything up for grabs? Are you talking like TNG movies too?
Yeah,
Abrams
it's
shit?
TOS only.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
that's I think but I might want to do Search for Spock after this now.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, obviously it holds up. And it was weird because I love these movies. I've seen I've seen Wrath of Khan
Mhm.
probably 50 times. It's a weird, like, I growing up had this and part 5 on VHS for some unknown
That'll
reason.
do it.
I think I just found them singularly, like in a coconuts, and just bought them.
I've found them. That's Empire Strikes Back.
But yeah,
Did you say coconuts, Jim?
I hadn't revisited this in a long time, so it was nice because I read Nicholas Meyer's book a while ago and sort of watched it then to kind of get in the mindset or whatever. But that was years ago, so it was nice to revisit. I think I'm going to turn Search for Spock on like as soon as you leave.
That
Like I
sounds
have the box set of the TOS movies.
Ditto. It's a great box set.
A lot of fun. So that is
what's
going on?
A little addendum here.
Oh, an addendum.
Steve
little bit of a
Sadak with the
surprise.
slash fiction
Ooh,
here.
Sadak surprise. Look
Yes.
out.
I've got. I want to do a little toast. We've just wrapped up.
Oh my God!
Wow!
Look at this. Doing this on the air.
Let me tell you.
This is Steve Sadak just passed around little Maker's Marks whiskey bottles.
Lord.
We're not being paid for saying Maker's Marks,
Which, by the way,
which is a problem.
I had to buy these at the liquor store, and I felt like the world's biggest alcoholic because like only alcoholics drink these.
A little nip to get me to the job site.
Like,
well, because the guy was like, he was trying to sell me. He was like, dude, you know, you can buy like the half pint, and it's gonna be cheaper and it's more liquor. I was like, no, man, because I got friends. And he was like, yeah, friends.
oh man,
you call your demons friends?
that guy was laughing at you when you left the store.
Absolutely. So no,
What's the occasion?
The occasion is we just finished probably the biggest month in the show's history. We've been doing this for 8 freaking years. And everyone listening right now, by the way, go get a drink. Get it either legal or otherwise. Or
We'll wait.
Yeah.
All right.
But we would not do this show without you guys. We're doing this on the $8 level only.
Yep.
No, but you know, it means a lot. This show would have ended a long time ago without Patreon and all the people who write in and do stuff like emails or fan art, all that fun stuff.
I was so ready to walk away.
Eric gives up really easily.
I can't open mine. But no, so that, and plus, honestly, this show, we're all in our mid-30s now. It's hard to do. This year was like the biggest year of the show. We had to add another episode a month. You know what I mean? We never missed a broadcast date. We've never like failed a deadline.
Yeah.
And that has to do with everybody in this room. It's like
Let's congratulate ourselves on every episode.
That's for this episode only. And I will toast.
Thank you, Steve.
But also, I will, because people are paying for Star Trek related content.
Yeah.
I will do this in a Klingon toast.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Everybody
says,
gird your loins.
Sucker punch.
This is May Your Blood. It translates loosely into May Your Blood Scream.
Ooh.
Which is, ladies and gentlemen listening, thank you all. You will jack charge.
You will jack charge.
You will jack charge.
Ewell Jack Chaws was a friend of mine, and you are no Ewell Jack Chaws.
Evil Chop House.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
that's good stuff.
So thank you for continuing to support this this weird thing. That's what I'm just going to call it, man. It's a weird thing.
It is. It's bizarre. We never expected any of this. So honestly, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
And until next month, I'm Andrew Jupin,
Steven Sadak,
Chris Cabin,
Eric Siska, drinking whiskey.
Jack charge. Romulan ale.
That was a HeadGum podcast.